the green life amulet from a thief who has fled into a dungeon, which it is difficult to follow him there, apparently. What you know about the thief is that he's an outworlder, so like you, he's able to pass through the fog without much issue. You guys were summoned by the desperate butler of the manor, Philip, um, in an attempt to ensure the safety of his master, who apparently needs the amulet to regain his sanity and his mind. Um, in the course of the session, you met the three players in the house: Maynard, Nora, and Vernon. Nora and Vernon being the master's son and daughter. You found that uh, Vernon was a member of the military in Eklund, and he has a bit of a strained relationship with his father. The daughter is a skilled tinkerer like her father, but she is a little bit hedonistic and difficult in terms of personality. Maynard is much more easygoing and kind, but not quite as skilled, perhaps, as the other two. Riley chose to work with Maynard, working on some things and impressing Nora with a walking stick that he made. And
an
that's where
ordinary
we
walking
left
stick.
off, I believe. Over the course of the next 2 days, I'll say Eris and Rose and Ray. Well, first of all, Rose, you did manage to make a deal with Nora, and she does, in fact, provide you with clothing, as is portrayed in your artwork, uh, and nice little, basically a little like plate vest, like the breastplate beneath, so that it's well hidden from outsiders, but it should still keep you safe. You get the sense it's similar to the styling that she wears. She also, by the end of the 2 days, gives you a somewhat strange-looking but recognizable electric guitar. Um,
Nice.
she briefly talks about how she did it, um, but with like a great amount of technical detail. However, she gets bored by the explaining it pretty quickly, and she shrugs and she says, "I should let you know, I'm pretty proud of the work. I'll be sending in a patent for it. So if you do end up doing the performances and whatnot," she grins maliciously, "prepare to be send in some royalties."
It works well with me. Am I allowed to change the ability check from Dex to Charisma
Um,
for the electric guitar?
I'll say I'll say no, not for the guitar. The charisma would be more like the singing and like the performance nature of it. For like the actual technical playing, I think that would be more dexterity.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Uh, so that's in any case, Rose and Ray, you guys practice your various combat abilities with the knowledge that you'll having to be heading into the dungeon fairly soon. Same with Eris, getting used to your magic, taking advantage of the manor's wide grounds to practice and get used to your magic with.
Set
Um,
everything on fire.
at the end of the 2 days, Riley, you complete a number of devices. You sort of wipe the sweat from your brow as Maynard has been very supportive as well, and impressed with the ideas and the devices that you managed to create. Um, you do get the sense that he is a little, he's not quite as happy with the fact that these are more weapon related devices. He's not as comfortable making those. But the stuff that you're making, at least it could potentially be used for other purposes other than just straight combat, which is why he sort of lets himself
Yes.
help. Um, at the end of the 2 days, though, when you three are gathered together in sort of the center
Am I allowed to get my
hallway,
health back from my crossbow shot at this point?
yes, you can take a long rest if you need it.
Okay.
As you guys are sort of discussing things amongst yourselves, the two lieutenants, Vernon and his partner Simeon, they come in. Vernon, he hasn't been around very much these past 2 days, very briefly. You've only seen him a few times. He addresses your group. He says, "All right, Outworlder crew, I have some news."
Yeah. I turn around. I'm like, yeah, what's up?
He pulls a letter out from his pocket. It is still currently in its envelope. The envelope appears to be sealed. He says, we'll change the music for this moment. He says, well, Riley, this largely concerns you, although it obviously has ramifications for your partners in crime, so to speak. This letter is a letter I have drafted to the Church of Catras, informing them of the situation and the fact that an unescorted minor has been summoned as an outworlder. It is contained within a recommendation to take you into the custody of the church to become their ward.
Oh, jeez.
I kind of furrow my brow a little bit. More actually confused than like upset right now. Well, what does award mean?
It means that they would take you in and take responsibility for you, given that you don't have parents here in this world. They would act as your guardians, and they would essentially act as they would assign people to be take the place of your parents.
I turn and look at Eris and Rose and turn back to him and go, well, I mean, look, not to be toot my own horn, but I don't think parents are really going to do me much good, seeing as I seem to be smarter than most adults around here. But disregarding that, Rose and Eris can be my parents.
Vernon looks very skeptically at Eris. He says, well, regardless, this letter, like I said, I've drafted it. I have not sent it yet. And I will not, assuming that you can convince me that you are capable and independent on your own, or, as you say, with your two partners.
Gotcha. I mean, if getting this, green rock is all I have to do to prove it to you, I see no problem.
No, that is not the test. The whole reason I'm doing this is to prevent you from going into the dungeon fog. It could be very dangerous in there, and I would prefer not to have your death on my conscience. I have a different idea in terms of a test for both you and your group.
Okay.
If you'll follow me. And he, along with Simeon, takes you guys to the sort of large warehouse sort of area, which I believe is right here.
Now, while we're walking, I whisper over to, I guess, Rose, since I'm walking next to her, and I'm like, God, I hope it's I hope it's some kind of game. I'll crush him on that.
I hope so too, little one.
You guys arrive in sort of the warehouse area. Vernon points at the two clockwork entities on the other side. They look kind of like Virgil, although not quite as pristinely armored. They look kind of shoddy, not quite as impressive,
Like
not
a
as
melody.
large.
Sorry.
What's that?
Nope, sorry. The habit thing.
Vernon
great
points at the two of them, and he glances back at you guys, and he says, I spent the last day fixing up some old prototypes of clockwork soldiers. If you're able to defeat one of them, I would be okay with you potentially participating in this quest. If not, or if you decide to not take this challenge, I will be sending the letter.
Looking very smug, I step forward. I'm like, oh, just one of them?
He nods and grins. He says, yes, the quick one down there, and it's a little bit smaller. You can see it a little bit later on its toes, it looks like. It says, that one mainly uses its hand crossbow that's embedded in one of its arms. And he points at the strong one, and he says, that one mainly uses its longsword. They both have the same loadout, a longsword, a hand crossbow, shield, and of course their standard armor. Nothing tricky in either of them. If you're able to pick one of them and defeat them, like I said, I would be willing to reconsider my plans to send the letter.
I look down where wherever it was that Nora shot me with the crossbow. I just go like, oh yeah, no, I definitely know how those crossbows feel. And I look to him. So you said this was a group challenge, right? It's all three or all four of us?
Correct. However, it's with the stipulation that Riley is the team leader, so to speak.
Riley gets very giddy at this and goes, "Oh well, I mean, if that's the case, we're bound to win." And I look at the other two and go, "So, what do y'all think?"
Eris like slaps Riley on the back of the shoulder and go, "You got this, short stack. You'll do great."
I'm the lead thing. You're not the manager.
Riley just, I mean, I got this huge smile on my face, having been pumped up by both of them. Like, okay, great. Well, as a great leader would do, I would like to talk to my team here. So, Vernon, to be clear on the rules, we pick one to fight.
Correct. When you let me know when you get into your starting positions, I will activate the one that you chose.
I don't have guidance, but I also don't know how to remove it. I went to the active status effects, but it's not like clickable, so I don't know how that one works.
I was like, I won't use it, but in case there's a way to get rid of it for future things.
Yeah, that's weird. Normally you just click on it. There, it did it. That's weird. It didn't do it the first. I don't know.
All right,
Might have just been lagging or something.
problem solved.
Mr. Vernon, just to be clear on the rules, where are we allowed to start from?
He points to the crates that he has sort of set up there. He says, "You will start anywhere behind those lines and in front of these lines," and he sort of points to like where he is basically. He says, "If you pass the boundaries, which you're only allowed to be on the large squares." And he sort of gestures to these squares that are in various, you can see them on the map.
Yes. Yeah.
The large sort of square areas. He says, if you touch the outer boundary with a foot or any piece of yourself, you are disqualified, whoever does it. They will not be able to participate in the combat any longer. The same is true of the Clockwork soldiers.
Interesting. And I turn to them too, and I go, well, do y'all have a preference on which one to fight? Frankly, I think I can be pretty useful against both of them. So, if y'all have a preferred fighting style, I haven't really seen y'all do much work yet.
You're the team leader now, darling. You choose.
Okay. And I turn and look at the two and turn back to them. Well, at least to make an intelligent choice, I need to know our strengths and weaknesses. And then, I kind of know what they are anyway. So, if you want to meta it, or we can just move on from it.
Yeah, I'm a fairly support-based person, but Ray is close combat. Theoretically so am I, but...
Yeah. And Eris, you just do damage spells, right, for the most part?
Yeah, for the most part. Set things on fire and entangle things.
Okay. Well, if this is the case, honestly, I think the strong one's our best bet, seeing as it does have to come to us to really get to use, at least according to what Vernon said.
Sure.
All right. And I go and set up, I guess somewhere behind the boxes. All right, well, Miss Rose and Miss Ray, you can take the front. Me and Eris will give you some firing support.
Sure.
Rose is already cheating. Unbelievable. Let me see. Let me measure this out real quick. Okay, it's a distance no matter what. Actually, I can go like here. All right, Mr. Vernon, I think we're ready. And I think we are going to take on the strong one.
All right, fair enough. Strong lad, activate, and you can all roll initiative. So again, to be clear, where Eris is right now, that's an illegal space because it's not one of the large squares.
What about Ray?
Oh, I thought he meant just the outer bounds. He means these inner ones as well.
He means the inner bounds as well.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
If that changed your decisions,
I don't think so, but
where Ray was probably would be okay. It's like kind of half and half. So as long as she's like on the right side of it, that's fine. But she is like closer to the edge, obviously, than she would be otherwise.
Yeah, she's one good push away.
I was like,
right, move. Oh, there we go.
Riley is all good being where we are now.
All right, you guys can go and roll initiative.
Click, click.
Good. Roll.
That's what I'm talking about. So this was big brain. I knew it was gonna roll bad. It was all part of the plan.
All right. And Ray goes
Oh,
on your
yeah.
turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Eris is up.
That.
As we start up here, I go, Eris, get it.
Her thing, team leader. Okay, I guess we will start off with a good old classic firebolt, huh?
The classics.
Classic.
Your firebolt attack is not set up correctly, but in either case, it would not hit with what you rolled.
Not set up correctly?
I can fix it. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not using your charisma, but with the charisma, it would be an 11 to hit, and that would still not hit.
Okay. And then I
What's our
think
turn
I
order here?
have
Eris, Riley,
a
Rose, from
bonus action thing, so I guess that will be my turn.
Okay. Next up is Riley.
Okay. I will go ahead and reach into my little pouch behind me, and you see me pull out a little, basically, it looks like a little mine, and usually mines would be placed, but Riley decides he's gonna chunk this one across the room. So how would I do? Because it's technically a level 2 spell. Will it let me, like, cast it either way? I mean, it shatters, so he needs to roll a con save. I mean, we can do. I don't know if we can do it the manual
target-
way.
You can target him and click on the spell, and that should work.
My bless was active for
Oh,
86,863,916
this is cool. Okay.
seconds. The longest bless ever.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
The,
Yeah, you see me reach out of my pack and pull out a little mine with some springs coming off of it. It's kind of rough for a first one, and he just chunks it over the top of Ray and Rose, landing it right at the strong Clockwork soldier here. Holy shit, 16? Oh, succeeds. What a shame.
well, yeah. Let me shatter. Made of inorganic material.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that's true.
It is made of metal, so it would just normally it has advantage on these sorts of things. So I'll take. Okay, well, I was gonna say I'd take the first roll, which was the 18, unfortunately. So he does save.
What if we disagreed though?
That'll be a rough time for you.
Yeah, you'll
we
see.
have-
You still did half damage. So
We have
Yeah.
to stay in this square, right?
no.
You just have to
can
be in
go-
the big squares.
You just have to be in a spot with a big square.
Okay.
You can't be in. If you touch any of the other spots, you're out of bounds.
And what's the order of turns here? Okay, it won't really matter if I stay behind. All right, I chunk it, and I will step forward, to the edge here because I want to be able to run to him. On the next
Okay.
turn.
You can make a perception check if you'd like.
Okay. Skills. Do.
Okay, DC 15. There you go. You do see as you get to the edge here, there are two cords, little metal threads. One sort of lower and one higher. That is going from one side of the warehouse to the other.
I see. And about how high up is the tall one?
The tall one is about 6 feet up. The other one is about 2 feet up.
I get it. Okay. As I step up to the edge, kind of preparing for my next turn, I turn back to Rose and I go, "Hey, Rose, if you're gonna jump over, be careful. There's some wires here."
All right, heard.
And then I brace for next turn.
Next up is Rose.
Rose will take out her guitar and strum it.
Oh, just to describe briefly, you told her
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make it without the amp. However, she did decide that having an amp outside would be more effective. And it is like this guitar is very bulky compared to like what you're used to in terms of like the wiring is not very efficient at all.
Fair enough. And she'll strum it, and I guess Yeah, there's just not much we can do this time around. Let me see. Yeah, I will go ahead and action, and I will say, in the face of danger we stand tall, heroic hearts will never fall, and cast heroism on Ray.
Go off, King.
Plus bonus.
Cool. You don't see heroism that much. It's an uncommon spell to use.
So Ray should have +4 health.
It's temp HP, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can add it to her. There you go.
Rose will then strum again. My weapon's power shall never cease. Foes fall before me. My way of peace. And she, during her strumming, will.
Notify.
This is extremely flavor texted, but it'll follow the same thing. An edge kind of grows on her electric guitar, resembling Ray's katana. I will take my movement. So we would have to jump over the chords to not be disqualified. Am I right? Am I like thinking about? I mean, okay, we don't not necessarily we have to jump over the chords.
I
but
think they'll
like,
just trip you is the idea.
right, but like we can, as long as we don't end our turn on one of the outside ones, be okay. If I'm understanding the rules right.
You can't touch anything except for the non-squares
Oh, okay.
or the big squares.
Okay, but it is possible to like jump over it.
Yeah, as long as you don't touch it, that's the rule.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure it's not like we have to wait for it to come to us in our own square.
No, as long as you don't touch the outer edges, you're good.
Okay, I will actually wait, and I guess I'll wait next to Riley. As for right now, I've used my action and bonus action. Ray does get her movement, but since I don't have a bonus action to instruct her, she will just dodge. And she will stand next to Riley.
And I believe that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. Vernon calls out and he says, "Good work, Riley. Way to keep your eye on the prize. Strong lad. Strategy delta." The Clockwork goes forward up to the edge there, and it points its sword as though in challenge, and it will point at.
Do it, pussy.
Yeah, it will point at Ray. As Ray can make a perception check.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna have to be unfortunately rolled quite well. The distraction and Ray, I guess it's appropriate. Ray would kind of rise to the challenge and point her sword at the
Yeah.
soldier as well. As the sword is pointed outward, though, she misses. The center of it opens and a net launches out. And it will make the attack at advantage, unfortunately.
Nice.
Oh wow!
Huge.
Oh, Ray.
Missed me with
Ray's fucking got it like that, bro.
It's just barely. She's an AC of 15. That's funny. Ray at the last moment sort of tilts her katana up, cutting the net as it would have surrounded her. And that will be the Clockwork Soldier's turn.
I do have a meta question, God. Do temporary HP points stack?
No.
Okay.
Eris is up.
Would it stack with heroism? Because they gain 4 at the beginning of my turn.
No.
Okay.
All temporary hit points, it either replaces what's currently there, or it is ignored.
I see. Heroism is slightly worse than I thought.
Maybe. I mean, if it was the other way around, it would be very, very strong. I'll put it that way.
Well, yeah, that's
Well,
why
like,
I was like, that's a crazy first spell.
Like, if I were to put a different set of temporary hit points, do those stack? Like heroism and what I put on? Like, if I were to
No.
put something on right? Oh, okay. That's
No.
It's just
Temporary
replaces
hit
the
points,
bigger one.
you pick
Okay.
whichever source is higher.
Gotcha.
Noted.
It was that way in Naruto 5e as well. Eris is up.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Eris, you got it this time.
Okay, let's see. Oh, no, okay, within 5 feet of it. Would we say this boy is dexterous? He's too
Hopefully
geeky, right?
not.
We'll say less dexterous than the quick one.
Yeah, I would imagine
That's,
less than the quick one.
That's a fair
We're gonna attempt that. Okay, I'm going to.
That's funny because I can make a net launcher. This motherfucker stole my idea.
I want to cast Flaming Spear on this thing. And I guess I will just put the spear behind it so that the radius doesn't affect Riley and Ray.
Sure.
But
Thank you.
I can't select it from my little drop-down list of spells. What do I need to do?
You have to prepare it.
Oh.
And you always have all of your, as a sorcerer, you used to always have all your spells prepared. You don't get to change them or anything.
Got it. Okay.
There you go. I prepared all of them.
Yay!
Okay. Not super dexterous, but when you get a nat 20, it is what it is.
This son of a bitch.
Oh, he succeeded. His stupid.
He did succeed. You get the sense at this point between Riley's spell and your spell, this creature is it's resisting your magical effects a little bit more efficiently than you imagine a normal person would.
Should have gone for the quick one. Damn it. Okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I want to use 2 of my sorcerer. Do I want to do that?
So did you get the quicken spell thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll have to make a decision about this now, and then we'll stick to it.
Oh.
Technically, by the rules as written, you're only allowed to cast 1 leveled spell per turn. Even if you have like a bonus action and then an action that you can cast spells with or whatever. Otherwise, you can do cantrips instead. So you could do like a spell as your action and like a cantrip as a bonus action with your quicken spell or whatever. In the past, however, I have allowed people to do as many spells as they want with actions and bonus actions, with the caveat, obviously, that the enemy can as well. So it's up to you guys which rule set you'd like to follow.
I was gonna say this is between mostly Hudson and
I think I
Eris
may be
here,
okay
but
with,
I was gonna say I'm okay with spell slot and cantrip as opposed to.
I was gonna
I think-
say I think a spell slot and cantrip works for me
Yeah.
because I got firebolt. Yeet.
Firebolt OP.
And that is the rules as written. So that's fine with me.
Firebolt him. Yeet.
There it is.
Okay. You hit him with a solid firebolt though. That does count as a quickened thing though, because normally it'd be an action to do the firebolt, right?
Yeah.
So be sure to mark off your sorcery points.
Hey, sir. Only got 1 left. Can't do much with that.
All right. Next up is Riley.
Riley has a few options. He does not want to be the first one to go over there. That's for sure. Riley will go ahead and kind of staring at the robot. Will place his hand on his chest, and casting a spell, but trying to play into the robot's emotions because we know how much they have. Puts his hands on his chest and meta-wise cast Arcane Ablation on himself. But otherwise looks at the robot and says, "Now, you wouldn't hit a kid, would you?" Placing, let me see, does this work? Cast. I shouldn't be rolling damage. What do you mean? Okay. I guess, do I have to do this manually? Because I don't know how to make this spell work normally.
What does it do?
It gives me like 4 temp HP, and if I lose that, I get 3, and then if I lose that, I get 2, and if I lose that, I get 1. Or maybe, here, wait, let me try it this way. No, it's still weird. It makes me do damage rolls. I mean, I don't know how to make it work properly.
There's probably a way to make it work, but for now you can just add the temporary hit points.
Okay. Yep. And then he will end his turn. He doesn't really have a bonus action he can do yet.
Okay. Rose is up.
All right. Ray will, taking the mental note of the wires, will try to jump over them or slide in between them, whichever is easiest.
Considering she's proficient in athletics, I think probably jumping over would be easier than trying to jump away through.
All right. She will roll athletics.
Hey, God, how high are these ceilings?
They're fairly high. They're about 15 feet. This is sort of a warehouse area.
And how high is it, or how far do you have to fall to take fall damage?
10 feet.
Shit.
With a 12, seeing as Ray is aware of the wires, she does kind of clip it a little bit, not quite making the jump. However, she does land at the other end without much issue. I'll say it costs an extra 10 feet of movement, though. She kind of struggles to regain her feet.
All right.
I mean, I don't think her, but
Yeah. I will be using my action to command Ray. The one that the 2 spells that have been cast, are they like constant or?
Flaming Sphere is the other one is not I can't remember. There's a way to delete them. I don't remember how. Oh, there we go.
Okay. She, since I use my action, I will use my illicit die here to strike. So Ray takes a kind of I will roll before I flavor this. It's gonna be really stupid if I miss. Where is your? There it is. And it will be 1d4 more, or yeah, 1d4 more. Even with a d4, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
All right, tough. Hate to see that.
Natural 3.
Yeah. Okay, she will then, I guess, get out of range.
Yeah, this was something I thought about. I don't know if we're all strong enough, though.
Will she? Yeah, she'll get out of range of the thing. He can take attack of opportunity if he wants to.
Yeah, he will.
How dare he? Rude.
Yes, to.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
Christ, bro, not again.
Dude, you're doing it to
Not
us again,
again.
bro. You're doing it to us
Which is
again.
more contained environment.
Not only that, but you rolled a 7 and an 8 for the damage,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my
Jesus
god.
Okay.
Jesus.
Seeing this, Rose will strum her guitar again. Our souls entwined, we switch and fight. Our foes are left in such fright, and me and Ray will switch places.
Oh, that's cool.
And that'll have to just be my bonus action on that one to make sure Ray's okay.
Okay. All right. The Clockwork soldier's up. Vernon, you sort of, Eris, you see him out of the corner of your eye pointing at Rose, and he says, strong lad, strategy beta. And the Clockwork Soldier will charge at Rose, attempting to grapple you. You can go ahead and make an acrobatics or athletics for you.
I'm rolling really high, so good luck.
Whoa! Oh my god.
Oh, just barely. So he does grab you, and he just kind of like it's not terribly violent, but he does kind of shove you to the side
There it is.
onto the awkward
No.
pavement.
Yeah.
And then it will attempt to jump through.
Oh god.
Oh, this is what we want.
Oh my god! Why are you rolling high?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can I take an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, you can.
Please do.
Can I do this with a shock generator? Hold on. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that or not.
If it's a weapon, you should be able to. I don't know if it counts as a weapon or not, though.
I also don't know. I mean, it's a device capable of generating. You can use this device. No, because you use it to cast shocking grasp. So no.
No, you have to have in order to do cantrips as attacks of opportunity, you have to have some feat.
Nope, that's not what that button does.
I mean, I guess I have my ordinary walking stick, but I don't know.
You could use that. I didn't. I added it as a crossbow since using it as a quarterstaff will not be very effective for you. But you can try to hit it with it if you like.
I mean, I don't know what else I would do at this point just to get some use out of my reaction.
All right. So you can roll it. It would be +3 to hit because or no, +1 to hit because you have -1 strength.
Okay.
16. You bonk against its shield as it completely ignores you.
Wait, so did it hit or not?
It did not
It
hit.
did not? Oh my god.
Eris is up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see.
Vernon calls out and says, "Team's dropping like flies, Riley."
Riley, looking very focused, staring at the clockwork, not even looking back, just goes, it's not over yet.
All right, Eris, what would you like to do?
Yeah. Okay, your girl's gonna use Misty Steps. She wants none of this.
Lame, banned.
Banned.
You're just mad your plan's not going accordingly.
He says banned.
Yeah. How do I have to select myself or?
You can. I think you just cast Misty Step, and then you can move where you want to move within 30 feet or whatever it is. I don't think there's I don't think it's an automated thing.
Do I still have to roll high enough? Like, what DC am I trying to check? Her path?
No, with Misty Step, it's teleportation, so you just end up wherever you'd like to go.
Okay, thank God. Okay, your girl's gonna get out of here. Yeet!
Okay. I guess I'll mark off the spell slot.
Yes, sir.
And that was your bonus action. You still have your action.
Oh, seriously? That's just a bonus action? Cool.
Yeah, Misty Step is quite nice.
Okay, I'm gonna use my remaining sorcerer point to do the distance spell. And I would like to use Shocking Touch.
Yeah, Shocking Grasp, I think.
Shocking Grasp, right. My bad. And then, since he's made of metal, I get advantage, right, Hudson?
Correct, yes. Yes.
I only moved 30 feet, though. God.
If you need, you might need to move your guy next to him to target him correctly. I don't know.
Mm. Oh, right, because it's touch, right? It's in. Misses still.
Unfortunately, with a 5 and a 9.
5 and a 9,
My
dude.
God.
Jesus Christ, man.
That was a smart move. That was a smart move.
Yeah, that's not even on you. That was actually a good plan. That's not even on you. Oh my God.
All right, Riley's up.
Oh man, am I now?
You are now.
Seriously.
I am starting to look a little more nervous as this continues on.
How good's your athletic? Come to the good side.
But I will. If we don't hit him, we're just never gonna get anywhere. Yeah, I will run up, pulling out my little gauntlet, the first thing I made, going to shock him, using a little shocking grasp action.
Okay. If it is literally the shocking grasp, so it is at advantage since he's made of metal.
Easer. Let me see. I can use intelligence. Is there? I guess should I just add the shocking grasp spell to my thing? Or can I use shock generator?
Yeah, we can do that.
Maybe shock generator works. Oh wait, shock generator might just work. It might be fine. Let me see. Advantage. Dude, what the fuck, man?
Holy
a
shit.
1 and an 8? Oh my god.
You guys are not.
Oh my god. Give me a
Oh, no.
break.
All right.
Oh, like shit.
Hold on,
Riley's
Tiger.
going to the nunnery.
Time for a new set of characters.
Dude, this
Characters
has,
that can actually roll above a 10 occasionally.
this has to be a bit.
Our next set of characters is the last one, bro. After the next one, or even after this one, it's just game. We're just gonna call it. We're gonna go back to N5E because I'm not doing this.
Oh, I don't think I have like a real bonus action to use. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me look at one thing. I need to see what my. No, I want to read it. I forget if any of my central tools are bonus actions. I don't think so. Man, smoke bombs in action. Son of a bitch. Okay. I will. I don't know. I guess run away and try. Well, I really don't even know if running's going to do anything for me at this point.
You can make a tactics check if you would like.
I mean, sure. I was like, I think I have an idea of the situation here, but skills. I'll get there.
Okay. With a 24.
Wow, love to get the 19 there. Really
Yeah,
fucking cool. Love
seriously?
that. That's awesome.
If you lure him towards an edge and use the fall cantrip on yourself, slamming yourself into them, he may have to take a step back into the out of bounds area.
I guess. I mean, I thought about things like this, but it just feels really whack. Also, can I use? Oh, I guess I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't. I guess. I will. I mean, I guess just back off to the edge and hope I live. Like, I don't really know what else to do. Yeah, I'll kind of run here. Yeah, I mean, I'll run to the edge. He can take his opportunity of attack here.
No. He's good.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. I step here, just looking at him. Yeah, just waiting.
Okay. Rose is up.
Rose is out, but Ray's still in, right?
Correct. I mean, according to Vernon, at least.
Excuse me.
How do I add temp HP?
You double click on the character, and underneath hit points, it's current, max, and then under that.
Walking over here towards Rose, I do lean over and whisper, and I'm like, tell her to get him close to the edge.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay.
It's funny because I had another way to do this, but the fall way is funnier.
I mean, with the 24, You guys have not done, unless you have a way to do a lot of damage. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to take him out before he
No,
can take you.
I pretty much needed that
Yeah, that's
shocking
fair.
grasp to hit. I think or either me or Eris needed that shocking grasp to hit.
Yes, sir, we did. And we both failed.
Ray will. Okay. Ray will go up to the Clockwork soldier using one of her illicit die. His next attack will be minus a d4. And then she will attempt to grapple. Shove or grapple. Here we go.
So is it minus 1d4 to his athletic? Is it, or is it just for attack rolls?
Just for attack rolls.
Okay, so he'll be rolling his athletics normally.
Yeah. It was just that would apply for a minute, so might as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess grapple, right? Because shove only does prone.
So it's the same check for you. It's an athletics check for you either way, and if you succeed, you can either shove him, knock him prone, or grapple him.
And what would shove do?
Shove is push him 5 feet in any direction.
It would just be better to grapple and then
Probably.
we'll just roll the athletics and see what's up. Do I get anything for it? I don't believe so. God
Oh
damn
my
it.
god, dude. This is fucking
Oh my
absurd, dude. This is actually ridiculous.
I have a +5 on
This is
everything.
just
I haven't rolled
frustrating.
more than a 10.
Dude, this is just frustrating. Oh my god.
Everyone, that's what's happened here. It's not just him.
As I can use my bonus action to command my companion, I might as well do it too. I guess I can make another check with the bonus action. It says you can, as a bonus action, command your companion to do an action other than the dodge action. I think I can do another one. I'm reading it right.
Yeah, loopholes. Let's get it, baby.
Well, usually it's bad because I would want Rose to do something.
To do, yes, yeah.
Sure. I can check it later, but in the moment, I'm fine with you attempting again.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank God. Watch, he's gonna kill myself.
dude.
That's the plan. I'm just gonna end it all.
15 in, he's gonna do that in Minecraft. That's crazy.
Okay.
15, bro.
I will not take an attack of opportunity because he critted last time. So I'll just try. I'll stand in his way menacingly.
Fuck me, man.
Vernon will call out continuous strategy beta, and he will go 1, 2, 3, and then move out of your thing for 4. So you can make an attack of opportunity if you like.
I will make it he moves around her. Ray does not react, and behind her appears a stinger and will try to attack the Clockwork man. Thank God.
Okay, there you go.
Does her stinger
Important
just, like,
thing is
come-
he resistant to radiant damage.
No.
Imagine. Ooh, good roll. I think.
Yeah, no, those are very good rolls. Almost max.
That is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, if you keep rolling like that. In any case, he does continue on, ignoring the damage that he takes from this stinger attack, and he will attempt to jump across.
Don't worry, he chokes us.
And he will attack Eris. Missing. And,
Fuck
he
you,
will
Let's
have-
go!
That's a
He
one.
can't fail a check! Woo!
Don't worry, the last one. So
It doesn't hit him.
He attacks again. The second
Okay.
attack will hit.
Hey,
Cool.
we
Can I,
take
wait a minute. Hold your horses. That's a reaction. Can I use shield?
Shield will not help you there, I don't think. He got a 23 to hit.
23, he hit a big roll.
Fine. Fuck it. Okay.
And that is his turn.
Great. I
Eris,
love that he's
you're up.
coming after me. Cool. Does he get an attack of opportunity if I use Misty Step?
No,
No, but
siree.
you don't have any more
Thank
second level.
God. Okay, cool.
You don't have any more second level spell slots.
What? I don't. I
Nope.
used it. Oh, right. I used Flame and Spell. Fuck. Okay. Hudson, hear me out.
I love hearing people out. It's my
Hudson,
favorite.
hear me out. Hear me out, Hudson. I don't think you're gonna give this to me, but this is all I have left.
Oh god.
Okay.
Can I use Thorn Whip to whip him away from me?
You can attempt to. That's a mana control check, and you would have to hit him to begin with. So you'd have to hit him first, and then make a mana control check.
Cool. If this doesn't hit, may actually fucking cry.
No, we got this. Trust.
Hits, thank
will hit.
fucking Christ.
That's a step in the right direction.
And
I mean,
then,
you can make a mana control check again. This is not a terribly low DC.
Oh. What was the DC? What was the DC?
Nah, no shot.
Please.
Eris, you flick your wrist, a thorn whip shooting out at the Clockwork soldier, hitting him, and instead of pulling it towards you, the vine extends, attempting to pull it outward. It will get to make an athletics check.
Oh, non-athletics check.
Oh fuck.
You won't have
You
Hey.
do push him, however, he jumps through the wiring, landing on the other side
Okay.
without touching the out of bounds area.
Honestly though, good idea. I fuck with that. That was a good idea.
Great. Okay.
You also got him away from you. That was
Yeah, that's
That was good.
something. Okay. What's his movement now? I would know this by now, right?
He appears to have a normal movement of 30 feet.
30 feet, huh? Damn. Can fucking get me from where the fuck I go. Okay. Your girl's moving down here.
Keep in mind, you do have 40 movement, so you probably can get out of his range.
Yeah.
you are a
But
zoomy
it-
gal.
To jump,
Go beat the shit out of the other soldier
to
just
jump
to make him
over
mad.
the bad area, I'd have to make an athletics check or something, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I shouldn't not offer free tactical advice. You have to make a tactics check for that stuff.
It is.
Whatever,
It
I'm a
does exist
zoomy
for a
girl.
Yes.
I'm a zoomy girl. I can handle this.
All right.
Oh,
Next
I
up
think I'm
is Riley.
disconnecting.
Psych. Moving here.
Hold on, can y'all hear me at all? Oh, I dropped. Fuck.
Oh, the thing. It didn't matter. He rolled a 23. It was supposed to be minus 54. That's what it is.
Oh,
Hey, can
yeah.
y'all hear me?
I don't. Yeah, we can.
Now we
kind of.
can.
Now we can.
You were robot-y for
oh,
a second
oh,
there.
oh, it's back. It's back. Hey.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Cool. My thing is refreshing at the moment. My internet went down for a second. That was cool. I can't see, but I guess I'll go ahead and ask this. Seeing as my man just had to like get pushed backwards and jump through the wires, can I argue that either I would have advantage or he would have disadvantage with the trying to knock him off balance and out of bounds check?
You can certainly argue that.
And how well would that argument go? I mean, like, I'm gonna do it either way, but
Depends how good your argument is.
If you're gonna do it either way, what's it matter?
well, because it'd be cool. Because it'd be really cool to have, him have disadvantage.
Do
or
what
something
you're
on this
gonna
check.
do.
All right, fair enough.
Live your best life.
Pop off, bestie.
I'm currently still reloading, I
A
think.
girl boss and gatekeep. Like,
Gaslight? Gatekeep?
Gaslight's the most
Hey,
important
we're
one.
there, we're there.
counter argument, girl boss is the most important one. How are you gonna gaslight if you don't girl boss?
Are you gaslighting?
By
her?
gaslighting you into thinking I'm girl bossing.
Oh my god. Mind blown.
Okay, so Riley, in order to get as far of a fall as possible, you see him again put his hands on his chest. But this time, instead of seemingly getting a little stronger, getting a little tougher, You see him fly into the air. I would say not too used to this ability yet. I've only used one spell slot. Why did it? Fuck. Yeah, he flies up to the ceiling. I do technically take fall damage, so how much is a 15-foot fall?
So with the tactics check, and if I read the fall spell correctly, you can determine which way down is for a little bit.
Oh, true. Wait. Yeah, I'll go that way. I guess I'll do that route. I had one plan.
That was kind of what I was suggesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to use this.
Well, in my head, I was going to the ceiling and then falling on him.
That's funnier.
Because I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny. It was like the kid thing to do. But yeah, I mean, okay, if I'm gonna do this the strategy way, seeing him just jump through this way, presumably looking towards Eris, I will run. Let's see how much distance I got. I got 30 feet. Can I make it to like how far? Okay, I can make it to there. All right, I run over here. And I basically just jump, like starfish style, hands out, legs out. I just go, take this! As I fall, and I just start flying, doing what is equivalent to a 20-foot drop, but like downward, but not downward, to the side, running into this Clockwork soldier.
Jesus.
Okay. So I will allow you to either make your acrobatics check with advantage, or he will roll his athletics check with disadvantage.
I am curious if that math matters, but I guess him at disadvantage because I think it makes more sense in my head.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check.
Dude, fuck off. Fuck off.
Riley, you slam into him. Go ahead. All right, so it'll be 2d6 points of fall damage, and I think it counts on both of you, right?
I don't know.
Let me check the fall spell. I think it specifies. You take the fall damage as normal. I'll say you're running into him. He takes the fall damage too. That makes sense to me.
Okay.
So you both here. I'll roll it. So you both take 7 points of fall damage,
Okay.
or bludgeoning damage, as the case may be.
0,
However, he does manage to slip aside just barely, allowing you to fall past him. And I'll say you sort of end up on the other side, ending your spell before you slam into the wall on the other end.
Okay.
Sort of skidding along to a halt.
Yeah, I stand myself up, and I just look at him with like a smile on my face. I'm like, maybe I'll do it again.
All right, Rose is up.
All right.
I do wink at Rose, trying to draw the Clockwork's attention with my shenanigans. You know what I'm saying?
Its direction is turned away from Ray now, as far as you can tell.
Perfect. Surprise attack? What are you thinking about that?
Yes.
Ray can make a stealth check if she'd like to approach.
Heck yeah.
Let's go, Ray. Let's go, Ray. Let's go, Ray.
Is that a stealth check?
Yes.
Those were his
If
words.
she's trying to be stealthy.
Oh, nice. Good rolls. Are they good enough?
Let's see.
That's a roll low for once.
Hey. Kind of would you have rather done that on my check, but it's fine.
Yeah. Ray silently sneaks up, creeping up behind him.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that. All right.
You can make your next attack at advantage.
Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna do the attack.
That's fine. I think both are pretty valid options at this point. We're looking pretty
I will
healthy.
also illicit die the D4 towards my attack roll.
Let's go.
Same thing. Stinger will be the stinger.
Hey, so out of curiosity, does this stinger like just pop out from like behind her like dress? And
Yeah.
just, like,
It is a very like kind of translucent
Yellow stinger, like in a very like celestial manner.
yeah, like a hologram. I guess Riley would probably see it as, but it's not that.
I got you. Little shine to it.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank God. Roll high on damage. Come on.
And I do get a D4 to my damage roll as well.
Yes. Oh, yes.
What are these
Nice.
rolls?
That's a good
4,
damage roll.
2? Whale.
It's all coming together.
I don't think I can attack again until level 5, so I just be staying here like this.
Okay.
Good
See
job,
what
Ray.
He commits on this turn.
Growing pains on the homebrew class, but I'm pretty sure if I I can't do it until level 5. So
He did take the 11 points though.
Vernon calls out and says, all right, strong lad, good work. Strategy Omega.
Oh god.
Fucking
Oh
blows up.
no!
Explodes.
The-
Self-destruct sequence 5.
Kills us
No.
all!
4.
Clockwork will disengage,
You better not
roll
heal.
an athletics check,
Bro.
Jesus, eat shit.
go over to Riley,
Oh.
and yeah.
Do your worst.
Next up is Eris.
Uh-huh.
He's charging.
This is making me nervous!
I duck down, not really knowing what your spells were able to do, and I'm like, just do it, Eris, I can handle it!
Okay.
Just
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Could hit him with that shocking grasp again. You better not have something sneaky up
Excuse
his
me.
sleeve.
I played Elden Ring too much. I know this choreographed boss move.
Okay. I mean, firebolt doesn't damage Riley. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Hudson, I don't like how quiet you're being.
What are you doing? Do I need to do something?
Nothing, I just don't like how quiet you are.
she doesn't
waiting,
like
man.
silence.
It's fine.
Oh, what the fuck?
Inevitable thing. It's like watching a ball roll down a hill.
Bro, if this thing has like extra health,
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna
your girl's
throw
looking
something.
through all her spells, seeing all of her what she can do. Okay.
Like, the good thing is Riley's actually in a not bad situation, honestly. So
Okay. Okay, Hudson, I should have asked this at the beginning. How exactly do you use enthrall? Like in what scenario?
That's something that I didn't give that to you. That was just from your Fey class, like directly.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It
You
seems kind of useless to me.
Yeah, it looks useless.
I guess
Problem.
I guess the situation is like you want the enemy to pay attention just to you and not to your partners or to your allies. That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't have a second level spell slot right now.
Thanks for reminding me, Hudson.
I was just noticing you looking at your second level spouts like it fucking mattered.
You poor peasant, you don't have any of those anymore.
poor, ew, broke, yucky.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Eris yells over to Bernie. She goes, "What the fuck is Omega supposed to do?"
Vernon will shrug, and he says, "Only one way to find out."
True, facts.
Oh my god.
Never mind, I like him.
Would Firebolt would not hurt Riley, right?
No, that's a targeted thing.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, I guess DM can overstep me here, but I'm pretty confident
I mean,
it does.
generally, no, it's not an AoE, so it would just be a single target. thing.
Unless you're shooting at Riley, in which case we have a long conversation to have.
Shocking Grasp or Firebolt.
Well, Shocking
God.
Grasp, you're gonna have to get close, right? Unless
Yeah.
you can do the range thing again, but I assume that was a limited time.
No, yeah, I have to get close to him, but he has such low health that I'm hoping that I would be able to finish him off.
I don't know how low it is. I was like, the bar is low, but I think that's still close-ish to like. I don't know. I was trying to watch the little chunks go down, but I don't know exactly where we're at.
Okay. Well, it doesn't quite matter because he would still be able to fucking get me on the next turn.
Correct.
I'm gonna do it.
Go off.
I'm gonna fall for Hudson's trap.
If you do shocking grasp him, I could get cute with my fall spell again though.
Alright, well, you know, if I get knocked out next round, I fucking tried.
True.
Alright. If this doesn't hit him, I swear. Fuck.
Got a
It's
little
a
higher than that.
natural 8.
You'll get him next time, huh?
Holy fuck.
Get him next time, champ.
Cool. Can I try to jump across this with my remaining movement?
You can. That will potentially give him an attack of opportunity.
Oh, seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just move back with my remaining 25, 30, 35.
Jeez, how much movement you got?
I got, I moved only 25. Okay, fine, fuck it.
All right. Riley's up.
And he did not try to hit her. Whack shit. Oh, I have two options here. Oh, I do gain 3 temporary hit points from my spell because the 4 went away. That could be important, so I'm slapping him
I had
on.
advantage on that twice and I missed both times. I fucking hate it here.
Yeah, no, our rolls have been miserable.
You need to start practicing. Just gotta roll until you start rolling high. That's how you do it.
Yeah, let me just hack into the algorithm right now so I only roll 20s.
Not just say
Yeah,
start
exactly.
practicing, you monster. Okay, yeah, Riley, seeing as it seems pretty effective and he knows he can get some damage on it, maybe. I'm so scared to run away from him.
Oh, he has been attacking you.
No way do I crit twice.
Shut your filthy mouth. Okay, question, and this is more like meta. Is Riley allowed to, when he hits this square, like jump out and activate fall mid-air to get an extra 5 feet of like fall distance?
Sure. I thought you were out of spell slots though.
I do have one more because I've only done fall and arcane.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can try that.
Also,
Yeah, I have a meta question too. If you don't want to play with us, you can just tell us.
Wait,
Yeah, stop trying to kill us off, Hudson.
Where did my spells go? Did you take my spells away? I thought I had 4 spells.
No, I can see your spells.
That was
Can you
weird.
not see?
No, my spellbook only shows 3 of them. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I go ahead and I turn around and run. Does he do anything?
Auto crit. Oh, he's on you, bro.
That's fine. That's fine.
God,
I'm
he
okay
hit a
with that.
child.
Yeah,
Taking Riley.
taking a hit to the back. I kind of stumble in my steps, but continue running. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I guess I will use 25 feet of movement to jump to get my extra like 5 feet, not making sure not to touch the ground. As I make my body sideways, like going for like a bit of a superhero kick move, as I activate fall for my final time here.
Can I just say that this is very hilarious the way that this is panning out.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Boy.
I jump out, and I put my body kind of parallel to the ground, and I'm just like, this is how a superhero does it. As I fly in for my.
Get it, kiddo.
I don't know if this is 25 or 30. I don't know when we're counting it.
With 30, you can make an acrobatics check with advantage, or he will make his athletics check at disadvantage.
I want him to make it at disadvantage again. We stick. It doesn't fail twice. That's what I'm talking about,
Thank
baby!
God. Thank
That's
That's what I'm
You
talking
do
about.
roll as well.
Shut your
Thank
mouth.
swear to God, if you roll a 6,
Wait, but he now
That's
won.
two.
He now won.
That's
But he now
good
won.
enough. That's,
now on.
Yeah, the bare minimum that you need.
Jesus Christ, bro! You
This is
hit
a
the
joke.
Number.
This is a joke. This is actually a bit.
You slam into the Clockwork Soldier, dealing 13 points. Actually, I will have the damage for you since you beat him on the save there. I assume you're just trying to like take him out at this point as opposed to
Yeah,
push him.
seeing that he was like pretty beaten up, I'm trying to just deal the final blow of just ramming into him.
Okay. Go and I'll say you can't really make a dex save in your situation.
No, that's fine. No, that's very fair. That's very
So
fair.
the Clockwork Soldier does flames begin to explode from it as it appears to melt down a little bit, burning you and knocking you unconscious just barely,
Ouchies.
literally. Actually, did you do your blade of armor this turn?
Me, my 3 thing, yeah, I did.
Okay.
I had already
so that-
subtracted it from the attack, like the initial attack.
Okay. So the combat ends with Riley, and he sort of skids along the floor. I suppose Ray moves in his path and sort of brings him to a
Yeah,
halt.
Eris will chase after him too.
Thanks, guys. Oh, I guess I'm unconscious. Never mind. I can't talk.
Yeah, Vernon, what the hell? Why are you setting kids on fire?
No, don't. Oh, that's such a bad thing to say. Oh, that's encouraging him to take me away.
Vernon does not reply. He does go towards Riley and takes out a red bottle and feeds it to Riley's unconscious form.
Oh.
Oh, someone else healed. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Hey,
so
but
it
he'll
would be-
take that 8 too.
So as he does this, Eris also puts her hands on Riley, I suppose, and casts Cure Wounds, giving you a total of 13. Well, okay, an additional 8. He looks up at Eris, nodding his approval, and then down at Riley. He says, "So I don't know if you were conscious for that, but the Clockwork Soldier did blow up at the end there."
I lean up for a bit, and just like I look up, I see the Clockwork Soldier, and go, all in a day's work, and I just fall back down, just laying there.
Vernon crosses his arms. He says, "To answer your question, Miss Eris, I don't feel that I'm doing the child any favors by holding back. Whatever you face in the dungeon, it may do worse than that, far worse potentially. That said, it was one of my more difficult challenges, and you performed fairly admirably. Your combat skills could use a little bit of work, but I do think that I'm willing to send Riley along with you. Despite his age, he is a capable fighter, and I think that your party will be better for having him with you, and increasing your chances of survival as well."
Eris looks down at Ryan and is like, "You hear that, kid? You're not going to the orphanage after all."
I having just knocked unconscious for probably the first time in his life, I just put a little thumbs up. I don't say anything, but my hand's just up in the air with a little thumbs up.
Vernon, he looks down at Riley, seeing the thumbs up. He says, "Again, and if the other purpose of this fight was not just to test your skills, but to also show you a bit of what combat can be like in this world. Riley, if the pain and the difficulties of the challenge were too much for you, of course, it is still your choice. You don't have to do this. I can send the letter if you wish it."
I do shift my weight and sit up on that one, just in like crisscross applesauce, and I sit there and kind of ponder for a bit. I'm like, well, rolling the shoulder around. It definitely hurt more than anything I've been through, but I mean, with these two by my side and frankly our superpowers, I think we can do it.
That's the spirit, kid.
Vernon nods. He says, "I'm not terribly comfortable with all this. However, I think you have earned the right to make your own decisions in this instance. And as a gift for both completing the challenge and in an effort to make sure that you survive, Simeon and his partner goes forward and hands each of you 2 glowing little glass vials, 2 for each of you, except for Ray, unfortunately.
Sorry, Ray.
Bitch.
What? the hell
And
As I grab it, I look at him like, oh my god, is this a real life like health potion?
yes, these are healing potions that I purchased when I was fixing the Clockwork soldiers. Apparently, Miss Eris has some healing magic at her disposal. I'm sure that will serve you well. But if she happens to run out of her magic, or you find yourself in a tough situation, maybe these potions will mean the difference between life and death.
Ooh. Oh,
Um,
yeah.
With that, that is sort of the limit of the resources I'm willing to give you at the moment. Unfortunately, the town does not have a great deal of useful things stocked for situations like this. I recommend taking a night's rest, recovering, and then if you'd like to head out for the dungeon the next day, Simeon and I will escort you to the edge of the fog.
Great. Sounds good.
Yeah. I look at the other two and, yep, I think we're ready.
Cool.
Riley, if I may, I might need your tinkering for later.
Yeah, I perk up, getting very excited, and I'm like, oh yeah, what do you need?
In private, of course.
Yes, of course.
Vernon has kind of a disapproving look on his face, and he points an accusatory finger at Riley and says, you need to get your sleep tonight. I don't want you headed off to the dungeon half-rested.
Yeah, I know. I'll sleep. I'll go to bed.
Vernon gives you one final glare and sort of trots off with his companion in tow. So yeah, you guys have sort of the rest of the day if you'd like to do any last minute like tinkering or things of that nature.
Yeah, I got a mission that Riley needs to attend to.
Say less.
Eris like bends down and like lifts Riley up by like under the arms and sets him on his feet. Goes, all right, kiddo. Well, good teamwork. I'm gonna go eat the shit out of all that food in that kitchen.
Oh, wait. I'm really hungry too. Can I come?
Eris picks you up and slings you over her shoulder. Let's go, kid.
Are you just like fireman carrying me?
Yeah.
I'm like hanging over and I'm like, Miss Rosa, after I eat, I'll get right to it. And this is a little demeaning, but I'm gonna let it slide because I'm really tired. And I just like slump over.
Yeah, and then she just carries you to the kitchen.
Yeah, when they're gone, I would like to make just like a simple check on Ray to see how she's injured and how that applies to her.
Okay. She took several blows from the longsword, I believe.
No, just one.
It was a single
crit.
roll. It was a
It was
single
a crit
roll.
with max damage for on everything. So
Well,
It was one
in any
less.
case, her body, it is sliced through. There's no bleeding in particular. Instead, where the body used to be, there's just this sort of reddish hexagonal mesh almost. It's a very strange looking phenomenon. She looks down at it and communicates to you. She says, I think with a little bit of rest and time, it will fix itself.
all right, if you say so.
She grins and says, the positive is that I don't experience pain as you do. It is merely a sensation for me, easy to ignore and file away. I think Riley had things a little worse off, and he managed to push through. Good for him.
I grimace at the fact that she still got injured on my kind of a fault, but I go get food as well.
Cool.
Okay.
Eris like carries Riley to the dining table and like sets him in the chair and goes, all right, kid, what do you want to eat? I'll go order for you since you did such great leadership skills.
Oh, thank you, Eris.
You want some more of that
Hmm.
cursed food you had for breakfast? Whatever the
Um,
hell that was.
no, I am thinking I should probably eat something a little better than that. Let's see if they have burgers.
I don't know what the hell that is, but sure thing.
Okay. Lola does provide the group with some burgers, as you've gotten kind of used to ordering from her over the course of the past 2 days.
Perfect.
Vernon comes over at some point, giving you each a pack with 10 units of rations inside of them, as well as sleeping bags.
Do they teach us how to use our little inventory things, I presume?
Yes, at this point you would have learned
Okay.
how. Yeah. Any last minute things you guys like to do? Now is the time.
Yeah, after I eat, I will immediately, scarfing it down, feeling rejuvenated, go to Miss Rose. Yeah, so what'd you want?
Yeah. Just follow me.
All right. Murders Riley in cold blood.
I hate children.
This.
You got Nora creeping in the corner there, Hudson.
She's fine.
She does what she wants.
She does what she
Does
wants.
Your
The
house, bro, her
NPCs
house.
have a mind of their own.
Goddamn right. I close the door unless Eris is coming. I mean, Eris is allowed to snoop
Oh,
in
you
as
guys
well.
are in the whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right.
Riley, did you? I mean, did you ever watch spy movies?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I would see some. My dad was really into James Bond.
You know, like the gizmos and gadgets that they have for spying.
Yeah, they were so cool. Look at this. And I open my bag and you see like 30 smoke bombs just like sitting inside, or I guess just a bunch of little balls. And I'm just like, these are all smoke bombs.
I chuckle and I go,
No, not like that exactly. And I
right.
somewhere, more like wiring, like wires or bugs implanted in stuff, like that type of electronics.
Yeah, I think for a second. Yeah, I mean, they don't really. I mean, clearly they have some kind of microphone system, with the robots and everything. I'd imagine it can't be that hard. They definitely have the tools for it. I'll just have to figure it out.
Yeah, but I take out my guitar and
Burb.
I take out my guitar to show him. And I go, don't mess with it too much. But I would like you to check this over for these equipments.
Ah, gotcha. Also, where did you get the? And you said this is like, it looks like a guitar, but it's like not quite right, Hudson.
Well, yeah, basically, it's like what you imagine the very early prototypes of electric guitars
Okay.
would look like.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of literally just over first inspection, I'm like, oh, sure. Why do you? Where did you? Okay. Yeah. I mean, sure.
Lady Nora made it for me, and
Oh, yeah. She
Yeah.
shot me with a crossbow.
yeah. So you can see how it's not out of the realm of possibility, right?
Yeah. No, she. I mean, I guess to be fair, I did shoot her first, but it's a whole thing. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. And here, just to liven up the mood, and I like poke your forehead. And as I poke your forehead, I'll guide you through the strife and fray. My words of wisdom will light the way. And you will now have a D4 to your next ability check.
Betty. Feeling, I guess just like feeling a little smarter, more inspired than usual. I'm like, oh, well, weird feeling, but thank you. Yeah, let me go check on it real quick. And I try to grab it out of your hands as long as you let me, and then
Yeah.
run on in, set it down on the table, and get to checking.
Okay. What exactly is the plan here? Are you just like investigating it,
So-
basically?
Yeah, from a meta perspective, just seeing if there's any like wires on it or like things for her to spy on us,
Yeah,
or I guess me specifically.
From Riley's perspective, he's not wanting to like actually take apart any of the wiring,
Yeah.
but is willing to like undo like face plates and stuff like that just to move them, to like check the wires, see if there's any like extra boxes that shouldn't be there or anything like that.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and make an investigation check, and you can add your D4 to it.
Okay. Bet.
Wow, 25. Okay.
On God, this bitch better not put anything in.
Yeah. So you do take apart, and you know, without messing with it too much, you examine the wiring. With a 25, you do in fact discover that there are two wires that lead to this crystal, and you can't determine the what the crystal is
The use
supposed
of
to
it,
do. It is
okay.
not necessary for the function of the guitar, as far as you can tell.
Okay. I definitely don't fuck with it because I'm smart enough to know that I don't know what this thing is. So I go ahead. Actually, no. I call Rose in. I'm like, oh, Rose, come here.
Also with the 25, like it does appear to be like hidden. Like it was not
Okay.
easy for you.
It wasn't necessarily meant to be found easily.
No.
Yeah, I call Rose in and I'm like, yeah, so wiring looks good. I'm actually really impressed if she had never heard of an electric guitar before. But I don't really know what this thing is, and it's definitely not like complete. Is it? I'm assuming it's not like
And
electronic, right? Because it's like a crystal.
No, it appears to be magical in nature, which is why
Okay.
you can't necessarily
Yeah.
determine exactly what it does.
Yeah, I kind of put a finger to my mouth, in like a shushing manner, and I go, but I look at him, and
I nod my head at you when you put your finger in
Yeah.
your mouth. I just nod.
and I go, oh, it's probably just whatever system she put in. It isn't from our world. I don't think we didn't have crystals in my time, and I don't believe they had crystals in the '90s either. So
That's true. More than likely, just like an extra speaker, I'd imagine.
yeah,
And I go ahead and start to put the faceplate and stuff back on. Yeah, just like putting it back together how it was.
Yeah, I take back the guitar and go, well, that was perfect, Riley. Thank you so much. I was just curious to see what a tinker like you would think.
Yeah, of course. Great craftsmanship.
Yes, immaculately so from just words. And I will spend, unless called to otherwise, examining the guitar, and much like a soldier or a military man kind of disarms or like dismantles their weapon and remantles it just so they know all the parts. I kind of start tinkering with it, without obviously like breaking it because some of the things I don't understand, but at least trying to build up the information to start messing with it.
Okay. Sure. You can go and make an investigation check.
God, Ray's supposed to be the one that's good at this.
I mean, Ray can help you.
Ray can help me.
Hey, Ray!
Can I roll with Ray?
Yeah, you can roll with Ray. Typically, with the help, it's whoever has the higher thing.
Nice, good roll.
With 19, it is pretty it's not so complicated in terms of like the different parts you understand. The wiring itself is pretty complicated. It's not terribly efficiently done like a normal electric guitar, but you do start sort of getting a roadmap of it at least, and kind of getting a sense of it. So you're pretty confident that you can take it apart and put it back together. Or at least you're on the way to that goal at least.
Yeah, on either off times or stuff, I would probably be doing that, but good to know.
Okay. All right. Unless you guys have anything else you'd like to do throughout the day, you all can go ahead and get a long rest. And the following day, Vernon and Simeon will escort you to the edge of the dungeon fog.
Can I, just for like roleplay's sake, go try to find, because no one has played a game with me yet, and that's annoying, and everyone tells me I can't go into the rooms where people are screaming and having fun, and that's fucked up. So I want to go find Maynard and play a game.
Okay. Maynard. He doesn't. He isn't there quite the whole day, but he is there for part of it. You guys go into the lounge where he picks up and cleans up after Nora's what she was up to in there earlier, creating the electric guitar. And he begins to set up the games, and he does, as you suggest, playing game. He happily goes with it.
Let's go.
He asks what sort of game you'd like to play.
I don't really know what y'all have here. I really loved like very tactical games, and it doesn't seem like y'all really have any video games, so those are off the table, I guess. Do y'all have any like strategy games?
Well, yes. There's always Emperor's Gambit.
Yes, I got what I was looking for. There it is, baby.
It's not quite as popular here in Eklund, but I believe the master keeps a set around, as it is quite popular amongst the nobility or the more well-to-do folks.
Oh yeah, of course. I'd love to try it.
All right. He, with the help of his electric arms, he sets it up and he goes into the explanatory mode. He doesn't appear to like the game quite as much, but he does enjoy sort of the tactical nature of it, kind of like you do.
Mm-hmm. As he sets it up, I give a little like, "Oh, it's just like Warhammer. This is easy."
All right. You can go and make an intelligence check to try to learn the rules of the game.
All right. Bang. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
You do your best, but it is a little complicated. There's a lot of things, a lot of little rules and exceptions you have to learn.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and make a tactics check with disadvantage as you guys
Yeah, I
play.
figured as much. That's right. I'll still roll this motherfucker on God. On God, on God.
Okay. Maynard doesn't do terribly well. He
Oh,
has.
20, bro.
Oh, was it?
Did I? Oh, damn. I could have crushed.
You still crush him pretty handily. He says, "Well, it's been a while since I played, but you have quite the tactical mind, young Riley. Oh, just like Vernon did. He's quite good at Emperor's Gambit. He always has been."
Oh, yeah. I've heard he was really smart. I really hope we can get this stone for him. I'd love to talk to him.
Oh, what?
Oh, not Vernon. I was thinking the dad. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mistook that for the dad. Sorry, I meant the dad.
You mean the amulet?
Oh, yeah, that thing or whatever.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, whoops. Our whole thing we're doing. Whatever. Probably will play dumb.
Well, the Master's Green Life amulet was stolen a little while back.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Well, you don't mean that you're here to get it back. That would be...
I mean, yeah, that's why we're here.
Who do I need to talk? Who's telling you about this? Who told you to do this?
Well, no one in particular. I mean, kind of everyone. It's what we're here to do.
Oh my. And he gets up and he says, "Wait here, Riley. I'll speak to Philip about this." And he sort of goes out, clearly fairly distressed. He returns about 20 minutes later, and sort of collapses into the couch, clearly looking very distressed. He says, "Well, Riley, I had no idea you were, an outworlder."
We told everyone in the house.
You never told Maynard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one told Maynard anything.
I look up at him and I'm like,
Baby.
yeah, I kind of just thought everyone knew.
Well, I did not. Perhaps looking back, it was a little foolish of me not to have noticed. But in my defense, I'd never heard of an outworlder of your age.
On this one, I kind of lean back into the couch and I'm like, everyone keeps saying it. I get it. Okay. Just because I'm little doesn't mean I'm capable or not capable.
Oh, it's not that. I understand you're a very bright young man. It's only the task that they're sending you on. It sounds very dangerous, even for an adult, and you're not an adult yet. It doesn't seem fair to be sending someone like you into that sort of danger.
I sit up, looking a little more seriously, I think, than I probably have with Maynard prior. I'm like, look, where I was from, I was smart. I was pretty darn good at what I did, but everyone just looked down on me for being a kid, and I got a chance here, and they gave me the choice, and I'm taking it. I want to be clear, they're not forcing me to do this. They actually, most people here, if not everyone, really wants me not to, but I want to prove I can do it.
Well, all right. I spoke with Philip, and he said basically the same thing, that you were willing and you understood the risks, and I suppose I'll have to take your word for it. Oh boy, I'll be praying for you, young Riley. I truly hope you make it back safe and sound.
Well, yeah, I mean, how am I supposed to beat you in Emperor's Gambit again?
He grins, and one of his mechanical arms goes up and sort of brushes a tear away, as he does appear to be very upset about trying to. He looks around and like pats his pockets. He says, "Well, apparently you're supposed to head out tomorrow. I don't have much of use, but well, maybe this." And he pulls out a vial from his pocket, and he hands it to you with his mechanical arm. He says, "This is well, it's alchemical acid. It can be used for a lot of things, but you can splash it on an enemy and it will do some damage to them. I don't know. It might help you, or it might help scare away whatever might be coming after you."
Yeah, I grab it and, oh, cool. Okay, so you just throw it at him?
He nods and he says, "Yes, obviously be careful with it. Don't want it to break inside of your pack."
Yes, of course. Excuse me.
All right. He lets out a long sigh and he says, "How's about some more Emperor's Gambit?"
Yeah, please.
And despite being somewhat distracted, he will continue to sort of entertain you for the rest of that evening. Unless there's something that someone else would like to do, in the morning, you guys will be escorted by Vernon and Simeon. Anything else anyone would like to do before that?
Nah, I'm just chilling in a hot tub.
When the long rest happens, we can like prepare other spells, right?
Yes, if that's something that you can do.
This is
Yeah.
vibing.
Riley, do you need to take a long rest?
Assuredly.
Okay, go ahead.
It wouldn't have been optional. I would have put you to sleep.
Yeah, Riley would, whenever it gets dark, even tell Maynard to be like, oh, well, I gotta go get sleep, apparently. Gotta be ready for the big day.
All right. Well, I will await your return and the return of your companions, of course, with bated breath. Like I said, I'll be praying for you, Riley. Oh, be safe out there.
Of course I will. Thanks, Maynard. Oh man, yeah. I'll go to walk out and open it. And Riley is a smart kid. He sees the tears and everything. I turn around and go, Maynard, you are definitely my favorite in the household. But you don't gotta be sad. I think I got this one. We're fine. And I will just walk out and close it and keep going.
Famous last words.
Shh.
Hudson's gonna kill us the second time.
Yeah, it's you guys are done for.
Yeah.
As soon as. Okay. Well, in any case, like I said, you guys wake up in the morning. Vernon and Simeon, they provide you guys with, I think, rope and a sleeping bag. Basically, just a small pack of standard adventuring things. And you guys head to the Dungeon Fog.
Let's go.
Let's see here. What map is next? You do pass through the town along the way, as the manor is kind of at the outskirts. It is a fairly nice, you can imagine, late, sort of early 1900s, late 1800s Victorian English village. Fairly well-to-do. They do have these hanging lights that are off in the morning, but you imagine they are prettier when they are lit up at night. Once you pass through the town with Vernon, and you do get a fair amount of looks from people mostly interested in Vernon and Simeon. They appear to be minor celebrities in the area. Once you get to the dungeon fog, however, which is basically just a bunch of standing fog in the middle of a meadow, you can kind of see its edges, and if the fog is only covering like what was actually in that space, the dungeon would be about like 100 by 100 feet. So you do imagine that this is sort of something that teleports you to a place that might be kind of out of the world that you are in, at least to some extent. Vernon and Simeon wish you guys luck as you begin to pass through. You all head through the dungeon fog.
Let's go.
I'll take silence as consent. So,
Oh, I thought you said we do. I didn't know you asked. My bad.
I was asking.
No, we're
Yeah.
good, we're good.
I was Riley would just give the good old like anything else we need to know.
Vernon, he shrugs and he says, like I said, dungeons, they're a mixture of one realm with this realm. It's difficult to say what awaits you in there. It depends on the realm that it's been mixed with. In any case, be on your guard. I can't think of anything in particular.
What?
Good luck.
All right. Nah, I mean, we don't need it. And turns around, ready to go. And as he's going to the fog, he goes, "All right, troops, are we ready?"
Of course, Commander.
All right.
There's-
I will start marching in.
yeah, there we go. Marching
Uh,
in.
You guys head into the fog and emerge at the other end. In the tops of basically what appears to be sort of like a mountainside. So basically, you guys are sort of at the edge of one of these like mountain cliffs here. You can see a lot of clouds sort of hugging the landscape around you. There is, you can get a decent view of the whole valley from your perch. Around the entire little vale is a wall. You can sort of see along the edges. It is protecting what appears to be grasslands and light forest and sort of rivers and small creeks and things like that. In the center of the vale, there is a massive raised platform. And surrounding the platform, you can see this large sort of collection of clouds that is moving around the platform slowly but surely, in a very unnatural manner. In the center of the raised platform, and you can only see sort of the lip of it, but there does appear to be some sort of hole or depression in the ground at the very center. Also in the distance, in the non-raised platforms, this is sort of the outer area, there does appear to be buildings of some sort. What would you guys like to do?
Whack shit. Is there any kind of and this might just be on the artwork, does this glowing thing exist within the do we see some kind of weird emanating glowing light here in the middle or no?
No.
Okay. Riley steps in, turns around and goes, "All right, well, who's the expedition leader? Because frankly, I'm the combat leader."
Yeah,
All right, it was,
we even begin.
Not hearing anything immediately. He goes, "Well, I guess if I must be both, I suppose our options are giant hole or buildings. Do we have a preference, squad?"
Eris
Let's-
raises her hand. Buildings.
I chuckle at you like in a nice way, trying to lead, and I'm like, yes, my vote would be building as well.
All right, to the buildings we go. And I will turn around and literally just start marching to the wall. How big does this wall look?
It's decent sized. I would say probably like 30 to 40 feet. So it's a significant wall.
Sick.
Okay, you guys trudge down off of your sort of mountainside perch, headed towards the wall.
Little wall.
Little wall.
And we'll put you guys on the map there. Oh, did I copy and paste you? Please tell me I did. Nope, I
Did he
didn't.
goof it? Did he goof it? He
Oh
goofed
my
it. We're dead forever.
Such a pain.
Aaron Hernandez.
Or Warden Oracle.
She'll never be old.
it's
It was so good.
it's the one bar that
Dude,
makes me
it
laugh.
was so good.
Consistently.
Oh, so good. The context was just
Okay. You guys should have like pretty good vision of the map, except for like past the wall. Is that correct?
Oh, I mean, I can
Well, we
see
can
past
see
the
past the
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
You
Yeah,
guys
I don't know if we weren't supposed to, but
I mean, I'll ignore the Zeus-like.
yeah, I'll
character
pretend
behind
Mr.
it.
Oracle ain't there.
Oh my god, it activates token. Okay, well, never mind.
So
Screw
now
me.
I can't see anything.
Oh God! Wow, he
I thought I had set
disappeared.
it all up correctly. I guess I should have double checked.
Oh, we're just
Okay.
Lily to
Now
the
you
window.
should be able to see correctly.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Do do do.
Next
you guys-
array, you got-
Yeah.
Oh, there's no squares. Oh God.
Oh, it's infinite movement? Oh, sheesh. Yeah, I mean, I guess Riley's just trotting forward. He does stop getting closer to the wall and turns and goes, you know, while I do like being the leader, I suppose you probably should take charge, Miss Rose and Miss Ray. Y'all are a bit better up close.
Yeah, I have my my. You know, I'm always strumming something. So I'll sing a tune as we're walking.
Dude, I was like, I'm just following like a space behind them. So if you
I
want
mean,
to grab
I was
Riley,
like-
you can.
I was like, I'm gonna go all the way up to the wall if that's
I was
allowed.
like, just
I
grab
mean, to the
Riley.
river.
You may do so.
Okay, I'm gonna go there slowly now.
Oh, I
We're
think
all
you-
just waiting for the big
Wait, I
ass
forget
to
you
spring
can't
at
grab
us.
Riley. Yeah.
Riley is the one
Yeah.
character I don't have access to.
Oh, can you move Eris? That's funny.
No, I can't move Eris anymore either.
Oh, okay.
I could though.
Do 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 do.
Okay, yeah, we're fuck a wee ball.
Yeah, just ball. Send that bitch.
Is the river raging?
Yeah, I was gonna say I look over. What's our water situation looking like?
No, it's fairly calm. It appears to be a mountain stream.
Mm.
Is it how deep are we talking?
The water's fairly clear, so you can see beneath, probably about 5 feet deep at its
You
deepest.
motherfucker.
Ray hunches down and offers a piggyback ride.
Aww.
I hop on Ray's back, and I get over, and I'm like, I just want it to be known that I can swim.
Ray
But I
says
do.
nothing.
But no, yes, yeah. But I'm like, but I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Ray will try to trudge through. She does have Strider, so she ignores difficult terrain if this is.
Oh, interesting.
not
Yeah,
applicable.
yeah, sure. She charges on through the stream with Riley on her back.
Do, 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 do.
You both can make mana sense checks if you'd like.
Yes, sir.
That'd be
Who's
Riley,
both?
whoever's crossed the stream at this point.
Oh, whoever's crossed the stream.
Mansense.
Ray informs you that she senses something past the wall.
I wonder where it is.
Oh, and I know I probably should remind you guys, but at some point I'd like little like flavor descriptions of how you guys like treat your mana sense. So we
Oh
can do
yeah,
that.
for Ray and Rose, I mean it's gonna be it's music. I mean it just
Oh,
has
okay,
to be.
that's appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is I like this. She thinks of it as like a long like metal ballad.
Okay. That's actually kind of hype as fuck.
I was like, I know I have a one. I had a few ideas for Riley. I mean, you can also tell me what you think you could work with best, because you're gonna be the one using these mostly. I was either one thinking in terms of like the amount of power coming off of it, like if you were to get like shocked, right? So electricity, more so, or option two. I don't know how you'd work this one, but something to do with like gears. And like just are the gears like running very smoothly, very harsh? Are they big gears, small gears? I think the electricity one works better, but
Sure. We'll say like engines. I think would be
yeah.
appropriate thing.
Oh, that's true. Well, would that
games
work?
and comics. I
Well,
don't
'cause,
know.
yeah,
I
he
don't
was
know
a
if I
bit-
have like the necessary '90s like
the knowledge
references.
for it.
The 90s reference.
We'll stick with like engine stuff. I think that's the easiest way to go. I was like, games would be cool. But...
Manisense.
It's
Was
a
this
V.
Manisense run on diesel or gasoline? Or ew, yuck, ethanol? No, he wouldn't know what ethanol is. Never mind. Fuck.
Yeah, Riley, you.
I mean, I have a
you-
one. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
I kind of tell the group that there is something, but it is a hard metal ballad, which I mean, no, what did you say?
Yeah, a metal ballad song.
A metal ballad, which intrigues me, so I will walk through it. That is not a negative connotation in my head.
Also, Riley's not getting off until told to get off. I want that to be clear.
Oh yeah, Ray hunches down, kind of not
yeah.
assuring you to get off, but
Yeah, well, as soon as she hunches down, Riley will get off. Yeah, I go ahead and hop off. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate it.
she smiles and nods.
Is Eris crossing?
Yeah, I'll turn around. Eris, or are you coming?
Ugh. I hate getting my shoes wet. Ugh.
You could use Misty Step.
Gotta use Misty Step.
Yeah, but that's wasting a whole ass second
True.
spell slot.
Yeah.
Misty Step.
Ah! Wet socks. What a curse.
Wet socks are nasty. Let it be known.
I wear wet socks optionally.
Oh my god.
All right.
Eris immediately uses her fire to hurry up and like try and
Try
dry
socks.
yeah, her
That's
nasty ass wet socks.
Well, it appears we have. Do we see a gate or a door?
Nope.
Did we
have
see a
one
gate or
option.
door while we were up high? I presume not.
You did not. Although you couldn't like see the whole length of the
Yeah.
wall. It's all around.
Well, it would appear that we have an option here, and that is to scale this wall.
Yeah. Riley goes, oh, well, I could possibly help y'all up, but I it would require a little bit of strength from me, but I can try. How much does Ray weigh like a normal human?
Yes, unless Hudson wants to flavor it otherwise. Well, she's currently, in meta terms, disguised as a human, so I don't know how much a.
I mean, you can. I don't think that you have tried to weigh her.
Okay. Riley walks up and tries to pick Ray up.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to. She appears to be like almost no weight at all.
Perfect. Okay, so I kind of just like behind her grab and lift and immediately set her down. I'm like, oh, perfect. And then I dig through my pouch a little bit and I pull out my grappling hook. And I'm like, okay, so this can get me most of the way up. And then if I wait a little bit and let it kind of recharge, if we can get a foothold somewhere, then I can use it again to get to the top. Because
How tall is the wall?
meta, it only goes up 20 feet, my grappling hook.
Yeah. The wall is about 30 feet.
And so if Miss Ray wouldn't mind, I can get her up with me. And if she can hold on, because from what I saw, she's very strong, then we can get all the way up there and then help you guys. I understand, though, that does put us possibly vulnerable, seeing as we don't know what's up there. So,
Oh, she chimes in and she's like, "You sure we should be sneaking up there? Maybe there's someone up there we can ask for help." And if no one stops her, she like starts to yell like, "Yo!"
That's a good point. I look at Eris and I go, "That's actually not a bad idea," and I will play a similar tune to what I feel the mana sense is.
that's funny.
Okay. You can make a performance check.
Yes.
I'll say
Make it with advantage because raise the door open.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Got him. We take those. Nice. Good rolls.
I'll say for the flavor, I know Ray can't talk or whatever.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
she can like harmonize with you though, like not
No, so she can. I was like, she can kind of talk. I mean, I can talk through her, so she can say her thoughts, but they're just in my voice.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, so yeah, you can harmonize with yourself then, I guess, through her voice,
Yeah.
which she happily lends. Yeah, with the 23, Ray and Rose, the Riot Squad, they lift their gleeful metal ballad song, which echoes over the walls. Um, it's a mournful tune, but one of determination and hope. Um, a voice booming loud as the thunder, although it echoes from the other side as it doesn't have a direct route to you. Um, it says, "Do you wish me to lift you on the wall?"
I somehow incorporate this in my lyrics that I do. I'm not talented enough, but Riot Squad is.
Right.
Okay. Um, you all can make strength saves if you would like, or you can choose to fail.
I'll
So
I'll
is he
just
grabbing us all at
trust
one
it.
time?
You feel
Or
yourself
this?
start to lift up, and you have just a
Oh,
bare
okay.
moment to try to grab something on the ground.
Oh, yeah, Riley would be kind of excited.
Yeah,
I'll
go
jump
along
up
with
and just
it.
go, oh, I guess this is one way to do it.
Woo!
Yeah, we continue playing our ballad as we often tell us.
And so y'all just floating up.
You guys slowly float up into the air. There's little sparks of lightning and electricity around you as you do so. It pulls you up onto the wall, where you see this large creature, blue-skinned, about 30 feet tall, a massive bronze shield, and a sword that appears to be of solid ice. It regards you as it is about as tall as the wall, so its head is about level with
Jeez.
you guys right now.
Fuck.
Um, it blinks once. What would you guys like to do?
I look at the others as Riley knows not to just jump out, being the child of the group.
I take a step forward. Ray takes one step behind me. We both blink once back and kind of do a bow and get on our knees, or not our knees, but like on a knee.
Okay.
It's like Riley will wait to see how he responds.
It will speak with its booming voice. Now that you're sort of directly forward, it almost hurts your ears a little bit. It says, "There is no cause to pay me homage. I am merely a guardian here. Please rise."
Rose and Ray both rise and go, "The homage that we pay is to what we sense from you. A mournful yet beautiful song."
It will respond saying, "I have not tasted music nor heard song in many years. It pleases my heart, though I do not recognize the modern instrument by which it is played."
The instrument is, alas, but an instrument to. Hold on, I'll get it.
He gets there. He gets there. Wait.
Express and. Nope, just express our emotions.
And so it is. It echoes as what you sensed within my soul.
How do we think a shocking grasp is gonna fare against this thing?
It's gonna fare you a fucking guitar to the face. We are not knowledgeable in this land, and you are a guardian, and we do not wish to interrupt nor disgrace what you are guarding, although we would like some guidance into what to do in this land.
What do you wish to know?
There appears to have been a bit of thievery in accordance to a certain amulet or stone. Powerful, but looking at you, maybe not so much, and we were wondering to get information about them. Or the whereabouts of this amulet.
There was a single man who passed through my wall. This would have been 4 weeks ago in your time. He wore the amulet that you mentioned. I could sense its magic. It was a wholesome magic, one of the green forest.
Neato. What does this guy look like?
Around your height, he had white hair, dark clothes. I sensed malice in him.
Do you know where he went or his whereabouts?
He went, he sort of gestures behind him with his shield. He says, he went past the wall. Beyond the wall is not my domain.
So are we? So just to be clear, we're not like on top of the wall, right? Like this is the wall, and then the wall stops here, or?
No, you guys are on top of the wall.
Okay.
The wall appears to, there's two sections of the wall. This is mirrored on the other end.
Okay.
And down there is like just a pathway, just a road, like, yeah.
And so he's standing on top of the wall right now.
No, he's standing in the road.
He's in. Oh, the road in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a road in between both sides of the wall.
Correct.
I'm there. Cool.
And may we pass freely?
There is a test, but I sense, considering you have chosen to engage me in conversation, it will not be a difficult one for you to pass.
I step forward finally. And I'm like, I like tests. Being very like wide-eyed and excited to just finally have a reason to talk to him.
Well, if there is no other way, then we can entertain this test.
As I said, I do not think it will be a difficult one.
I cast guidance on myself each ship.
So scared. Oh my god.
So funny.
It takes three large steps forward until its head is just like right level against you guys.
So
sort of staring at you.
are his eyes level to us, or like his mouth? Like, what are we talking?
His mouth is level to you. He's still looking down on you a little bit.
Okay,
He towers
okay.
over you, even though he's so far below in the road. He says, "So the test begins."
Riley gets down in his little crisscross position.
The giant does nothing.
I try really hard not to blink. I'm trying so hard not to blink.
You successfully. He blinks before you do. He does not appear to be trying to hold a sticker contest.
So wait, so all he said was the test begins now?
That's what he said.
Okay. After probably like, I don't know, like 10-ish seconds, I go, so like, what's the test?
He doesn't respond.
Oh, I really thought I was gonna be good at this one. I just wanted to talk to the
Test
cool
patience.
magic guy. Oh, well, while we're waiting on the test, what's your name?
He doesn't respond.
I would like to kind of try to make an insight check as to like kind of what his vibe is. I'm not going to meta too hard and try to find an answer other than maybe just his body language or just what he's like.
Okay, sure.
Doing.
Yeah, you can make an insight check. Okay, with a 16. He's waiting. He's waiting patiently.
I turn and look at the other three, not wanting to make a rash decision. Just say, can I or can we step forward, or are we trying to stay where we are?
You can
I don't know.
step forward all you want.
I don't
Okay.
want to outpatience this guy.
I go ahead and stand up and take a step forward. Anything at all? Okay. I'm just basically at this point. I'm just kind of taking one step at a time until I get some kind of reaction. If I do, up to the edge.
No, there's no reaction.
Okay. So I'm assuming at this point I'm like pretty close to this dude.
Yeah. You consider his breath that you would be able to smell at this point. It smells of sea salt and storm.
Love that. Interesting. Boo! And I try to just like do a little like scare thing.
You can make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
That's very cute.
Totally funny pros intimidation.
Listen, I'm quite intimidating myself.
Despite himself, the creature, the giant before you, you can detect a faint hint of a smile beneath his
Okay.
white beard.
I lean back, kind of smirking a little bit, and I'm like, gotcha.
It doesn't respond though.
I turn around to the other three, and I'm like, well, I thought I had him for a little bit. I was close with this one, and I turn and look at him.
No, you were very close, Riley.
That was adorable, kid.
I'd like to make one quick perception check to see if there's anything on the wall or in the walls around me that may be a sign.
Sure. You can make a perception check.
I cast guidance again.
He's doing it. He's doing the things.
I mean,
Cantrips, baby.
with your guys' roles, you need every advantage.
That's what I'm saying, man. Look at that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you're not sure.
At
I
least that wasn't an
I
attack.
go ahead and sit down in front of him. Again, going crisscross deep in thought. I go, well, I almost made you smile. My name's Riley. If that means anything. It is nice to meet you, giant magic man. Do you like any games?
He doesn't respond.
This one's a tough nut to crack.
I get closer,
I was like, Riley's
Thus-
sitting like a few feet away at this point.
thus smelling his sea salt breath, and I will sing a sea shanty.
Okay. You can make a performance check with advantage.
Oh, nice roll.
Okay. As you sing this sort of catchy sea shanty song, you see he again kind of overcome with the emotion and the joy of this. You see him like gently sort of tap his foot along the beat and sort of
Aw.
bob his head up and down a little bit. You can see he's like doing the thing where like he's singing. You can see his like Adam's apple moving as he's like kind of singing quietly to himself, trying to sort of join you a little bit.
Do we get a hint if I keep going?
What's that?
I said, do we get a hint if I keep going?
He doesn't respond to that question, unfortunately.
Oh,
I stand up and go, well, I'm getting bored. And I walk over to the steps and I go ahead and take one step outward towards them, like onto the actual platform of the steps.
Okay.
Does he react to this at all?
Nope.
Alright. I do the thing that a kid does in a pool,
I
where
will
like they go to put a little toe in the water, and I just put one little toe on the step.
Okay.
No reaction.
Nope.
Okay.
no, put two
Um,
little toes on the steps.
I start progressively walking down, just staring at him.
Okay.
Alright.
I will say, yeah, he does like look over to look at you guys, but he
Yeah.
doesn't do anything.
Okay. I keep walking until I hit the bottom.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nope.
All right. Well, I wish we could have talked more, but I suppose we're on our way. It was nice meeting you, Mr. Giant Iceman. And I will start to try to walk past. Is there stairs somewhere on the other side? I assume.
Yeah, you can kind of picture it as like a mirror of the
A
wall
mirror
that
image.
you
Okay. Then yeah, I will start walking towards the stairs.
see. Okay.
All right, I'm going.
Okay, Riley Bean's heading up the stairs. What's the rest of the team doing?
Yeah, I look up at him and go, well, whatever the test or the lack of one might be, looking as you might have time, and you are much older than I, if you remember any songs or poems you wish me to sing, whenever we cross paths again, which I hope we do as a fan of music. I wish that you teach me some, and maybe I can do it justice. And I take a small bow. Ray does as well, and we follow Riley.
Okay. Does Eris follow as well?
Yeah, just kind of waves at the big guy and goes, well, thanks for letting us up peacefully. Still kind of curious what this test is.
Okay. You guys, I'll say it, we'll use the wall again as kind of the mirror image as you guys sort of head up the stairs there, I suppose, on the opposite end. The giant does he turns around and sort of walks to the same position on sort of the other side of the wall, kind of waiting for you guys. As you all get to, do you all head to the top there?
Yeah.
Okay.
If he comes up to the edge, I would kind of try to walk up to him again.
He says, you have passed the test. If you like, I'm willing to lower you onto the other end. And as to your offer, young bard, there are many songs and many poems that I have sung in my time. If you should wish to hear some of them, I will, of course, share them with you at our next meeting.
You could do me no greater favor.
He nods solemnly.
So, what was the test?
We passed it.
We got it.
You did not strike out in violence or in fear.
Oh,
Got it right.
cool.
Also, I like that I made a bard while the bard class is banned.
Hey man, design a good class. Design a good bard class. I'll let you play
What
them.
do you mean? It's expertise on every charisma. If you get a 20 and you can't roll lower than a 10,
We're
what the
not-
fuck's
we're
wrong
not
with
getting-
you?
We're not getting into this. I don't want to piss off half the people here.
True.
Right.
I step up and before we leave, go. Since I did almost make you smile, sir. Do you have any like cool superpowers you can show us?
He grins and he says, my powers are formidable. I hope I should never have to show you the more super ones, as you say. But for little tasks like this, and he sort of lifts up a hand, and again, you can make a strength saving throw if you'd like to resist.
I'll let him float me.
Yep.
He does sort of take you up in this sort of electrical field and place you down on the other end.
As I'm floating away, I'm like, oh, I understand. As he puts me down.
Okay, with you guys sort of on the other end,
I was so ready to fight his ass. On God, Rob.
That would have been something. As you make it to the outer circle, where would you guys like to head? And I'll pull up the Veil map if you'd like again.
Yeah, I presume the fastest way to the buildings that doesn't require going up the middle thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of this left side, I
And
guess.
it's
If we're
going
here.
around.
Yeah.
Okay. It would be a little inconvenient for you to get there without passing in through any forests. However, you can choose to do that if you'd like to take a little longer.
Riley is okay with going through forests.
Yeah, I
I'm
am
okay.
too.
I'm okay with going through forests.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and Riley's the leader of the group right now. Go ahead and roll 2d12.
Okay.
Okay. You make it and approach the hamlet.
Nice. I got us through, guys.
Woo.
Never doubted you for a second.
Put you on the map here.
Huzzah.
Vision is working. We don't see the giant hiding behind the house.
Just consider my guidance always on.
It's okay. I just changed the weight to minus d4 to each of the rolls. It'll leave it.
Whoa.
Pause
Okay,
check, pause check.
listen, I'll take it off and then do it when it's actable. How about that? Spur me a take on it.
Yeah. You guys can see what you can see, and feel free to move as you like.
Oh,
Yeah, I would, if unless someone is, if Eris is specifically going in front of us, I will do the usual small tune as I'm walking forward.
Go for it. Oh, also, did we... Wait, this is actually kind of important before we get to this. Did Ray start singing during that thing?
Yep.
Okay. While we're walking through the forest, I definitely would give Ray the like. So wait, so you can talk?
She boops you on the forehead.
So annoying. I'll just keep walking.
Cool. And if no one stops Eris, she also tries to yell again, like, "Hello, anyone there?"
Hello.
We come in peace.
Okay. As you say that, you hear the sound of barking.
Dog.
As
Dog.
a dog moves into the path there, and it's barking at you.
Oh,
It's also experienced. We need to be very careful.
my god. Hello, friend. Even though you're angry at me, hello.
So does this look like a typical like mastiff like from Earth?
Yeah, more or less. I'd say it's a little larger maybe than a normal mastiff, as dogs are actually pretty small.
Okay.
This
And do you want me to
like,
roll an
if it like ran into you, Riley, like it could probably knock you over.
Okay, fair. Do I need to roll if I were to try to figure out if this barking is like actually mean or if it's like the mean dog of like chillax? Am I animal handling or am I inciting?
That would be an animal handling check. We got to use animal
gotta
handling.
use it. Gotta use it. Gotta use it. Gotta use it.
at some point.
Okay, 15. It appears to be trained to do this,
Okay.
and it is meant to be alerting its masters, presumably.
Okay. I do relay this information. Hey, more than likely this is probably an alert bark. He would be charging at us if he was actually just mean. So we should probably expect people pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, just chill here until they show up, huh? I mean, I'm not going in.
I know. I agree.
Likewise.
I'll go lean up against the bridge here.
Hello, people.
I was like, if they don't come for like a solid like 30 seconds, I'll just start doing the just like walking across the bridge, just like like the ledge of it, just being bored.
Eris will do it too.
I would like to make a mana sense on the mastiff.
Sure.
Who has higher mana sense? It is almost assuredly Ray. Hold on. Pause.
So presumably, are we okay? There we go. he's douchey. Love that.
Oh God, these guys don't look friendly.
Okay, with a 15. It is sort of a sound of high alarm. There's like alarm bells ringing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's the most appropriate thing. As this group of individuals who look fairly rough, one of them sort of grabs the collar of the mastiff and kind of pulls him back to the little corner that he's in. Let's see.
Does he do this fairly meanly?
Not gently, but not like cruelly.
Not
either.
hurting the. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
firmly.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
A necessary roughness.
Yes,
when the
yes.
Oh,
mastiff
good.
is
One of
fucking
these bugs are
5
friendly.
feet tall.
One of the rough individuals who looks a little bit older than the others, he steps forward. He says, "The hell do you want?"
We are
I just-
merely guidance on myself. We are merely seeking an individual of particular interest. We mean no harm or disturbance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you? Who do you work for?
Well, my name's Rose. This is Ray. The others will, I guess, introduce themselves to you.
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting on the ledge here, like do a little swing in my legs. I'm like, hello, I'm Riley.
Seeming to notice the kid for the first time,
Yeah.
his face does soften a little bit.
Aw.
He says, "Who? Wait. All right. Whoa. So again, like, what's your deal? What's the kid doing here? This isn't a place for kids."
No. He's our leader. It's good.
As Rose says this, I smile very proudly, and I'm like, I am quite capable, thank you.
Oh boy. And you seem kind of like whisper not too quietly back to the rest of them, saying, Dungeon Fog scrambled their brains, the poor souls. Turning back to you, he says, okay, well, listen, we do have a healer in our little hamlet here. Maybe she can take a look at you. Do you remember where you came from?
We came from Lancelot, the L City name.
Okay,
Nailed it.
All right. Sounds like you're from Eklund at least. He will go and make an intelligence check.
Yeah, I just kind of shake my head, and I'm like, oh my god.
Intelligence. Okay. His eyes kind of narrow, and he says, you have mighty strange garments. Are you Outworlders by chance?
Yes, we are.
He nods. He says, okay, well, that's how you got through the dungeon fog, at least, although seems a little screwy, and I've never heard of an Outworlder kid. Well, okay.
Here we go again.
So you're looking for someone here, is that right?
Correct.
You're looking for Peter?
Would Peter own an amulet that is green?
He kind of looks back at his group. One of them steps forward, the enthusiastic one, appropriately, and says, "Yeah, he was wearing a green neck amulet. Yeah, he tried to keep it hidden, but I saw it. I got a good eye for valuables."
Oh.
And they step back.
Then it appears Peter is who we're looking for. White hair, black clothing.
The guy in front nods, kind of glaring at his compatriot. Says, yeah, he passed through a few weeks ago. He spoke with, like I said, we have a healer in our little group here, and spoke with that person, and then he went off to the inner square. That's what we call that giant raised portion in the middle.
Then,
Go there.
yeah, it appears that is our next destination.
No, that's not a good idea. You can't get up there.
How'd Peter get up there then?
He shrugs and he says, I mean, I don't know all the details myself. You'd have to talk with, like I said, we have a person here who knows how to do it. But it's not a good idea. It's very dangerous. It's not something that a kid should be doing, even an Outworlder kid.
I go ahead and butt in after he says the kid thing. I'm like, all right, look, just because I am a little kid doesn't mean I'm, not able to do these things. Anyway, let's get down to it. Do you know what he was going to the middle for? Is there something special over there?
He shrugs and he says, no, like I said, we didn't really talk with him that much. We traded some goods, that's all.
All right, well, I look at the other three. I suppose we want to go talk to their healer?
Yes, I believe we do.
All right. I hop down, trying to take charge just from being annoyed by, being looked down upon somewhat. Going, all right, well, can you take us to the healer then, please?
I don't think it's necessary. Probably. He kind of looks around, not at you guys, but at your surroundings. Peering, trying to look for something. There's a voice that comes out of the grass next to Riley, and it says, it's not nearly as impressive if you give it away like that. As an old woman, sort of bent over, cronish.
How tall is she? This is important.
I'll say she's almost exactly as tall as Riley, at least when she's bent over the way she is.
Okay. As soon as she comes out, I turn around a little spooked. I'm like, oh, you're like my height.
She looks at you. Go ahead and let's see. Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity.
Absolutely bonked. Hell yeah,
Uh,
baby.
Nice, get bonked.
A little vine grows out of the ground near her feet, reaching your foot and kind of tugging on it as you sort of fall down hard onto the ground.
Fair enough.
She looks down at you and says, "Oh, well, look at that. I'm much taller than you."
I'm rubbing my head and I'm just like, oh, I didn't mean it insultingly. It's just I haven't had anyone in my height. I'm sorry.
Children, no respect these days. This is very strange, though. As the others have said, I've never heard of an Outworlder child either. But I suppose stranger things have happened. This Peter individual, I recommend. Well, I should ask: is this the task that you were brought here to do, or is this something that you've taken on your own volition?
It is, unfortunately, the task we've been brought here to do. The Riley wouldn't have been here otherwise.
Okay. She glares at you for a moment, seeming to judge the honesty of your words. After a few moments, though, she does nod, seeming to accept them. She says, "That is most unfortunate. I was going to suggest that you abandon this foolish idea. Peter Strickland is his name, and he is quite a powerful individual. If you're seeking to get the necklace back from him, I don't expect it to be easy. And I hate to see, well, you seem to be good people, or good enough at least. And I would hate to see you, well, he won't care how good you are, only that you're trying to take what he views as rightfully his."
This guy is that much of a psychopath?
He came here before. This was before she gestures back at the group of thugs. This is before they came here. He met with me, he and his 2 companions. All 3 of them went up to the inner square. Only he came back down.
Mm.
I can't speak for certain what happened up there, but he didn't seem terribly broken up about it.
After standing up and recovering, I go, well, is there a reason he's trying to go up there so much?
She shrugs and she says, "I don't know. There was a time when I investigated the hole and tried to explore its depths, but that was when I was a much younger woman. I don't know what he's doing up there. It can't be good, whatever it is," but she shrugs and says, "I don't have the power to stop it."
It seems that task is unfortunately ours. Do you have a way to get up to the hole?
She lets out a long sigh and says, "Yes, there is a way. First of all, you should not attempt to climb without doing this. I think you presumably saw it, that fog that surrounds it and moves about the inner square. It's filled with angels that will shoot you down if you come up there without the blessings of the orbs.
Pog.
There are 2 orbs, one in the forest, one near the pools and the various waterways that the network that exists in the outer circle. You'll have to find both of them. They do move around as time goes by. You have to gain each of their blessings, and then the angels will not attack you as you ascend."
Cool. Any advice on how to gain said blessings?
She shakes her head. She says, "Their puzzles and their tricks change with each iteration."
Cool.
Is there a way to find them?
She shrugs and says, "Not in particular, although the outer circle, the forests here are not terribly difficult to search. It could take you some time, but I don't expect it'll remain hidden from you for long, especially if you're seeking it out."
Very well. Well, team leader, I believe we have a task ahead of us.
Yes, I guess we're gonna find these orbs and get to Blessing.
There are 2 more things I should inform you of. There are 2 other groups that exist in the Old Vale at the moment, that I am aware of at least. There's a group of black-tooth orcs and their goblin contingents. The orcs have mostly ascended to the inner square at this point, I believe. Only the goblins remain in the forest down here. There's also a group of Luxper, family unit, I believe. I haven't seen them for some time. I don't know if they're still around. It's a small animal. Well, it's a celestial being, but it takes the form of an animal. They're mostly harmless, although they can be a little bit tricksy. The goblins, however, will be harmful. You'll have to deal with them if they happen to find you. They're not
And
friendly.
Orcs?
The orcs are not friendly as well.
Cool.
I suppose as Outworlders, you're not very familiar with them. They are very violent beings. They seek the approval of their Empyrean, and they seek it through the rigors of war and combat. The only positive thing about them is that they do have a very skewed but consistent code of honor. If you can take advantage of that, you might help you.
Feud Cone of Honor? Any examples
She
on
nods.
explaining that?
For example, some clans refuse to use ranged weapons unless ranged weapons are used against them. Other clans, they refuse to use magic at all. It depends. I'm not sure what what the clan that has taken residence here, what their code of honor is.
Mm. And the goblins, they'll just attack us on sight, I assume.
Goblins have no such compunctions, no.
Interesting. And these...
how late is it?
Oh, I'll say at this point, probably like mid-afternoon.
I will go ahead and ask, and I kind of turn to the thugs as well. Barring information, is there any particular items or anything that could help us, or maybe even a dog? And I pull out my tools out of my pouch. I'm more than happy to help out around here if maybe we can make a deal.
The thug at the front, he says, no offense, kid, we kind of got what we need, and we're definitely not going to give you one of our dogs. They're precious companions to us. I'll loan them out to be killed by a bunch of goblins. No offense, but, well, it sounds like you're kind of screwed, so best of luck. I wish we had something that we could use to help you, but we have basically just simple weapons and food.
And I pet the dog for good luck.
He shrugs and says, yeah, I won't stop you.
Yes!
He might.
He might. I go ahead and put my tools away. And shrug. I go, well, it's worth a shot. If you don't want the help of a genius inventor, I guess.
The thug sort of snorts and waves the claim away, not believing you. The thugs at this point do start to disperse, seeing that combat is pretty unlikely at this point, as they go about their various tasks throughout the village.
What if we just lived here, guys? Hear me out.
Yeah, seriously.
We can't.
We die.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll bring the thing back, then come and live here.
Cool.
I mean,
I want to ride the mastiffs all day.
That, wording.
So, Healy lady. Oh, she's gone.
I mean, she pauses. What?
Cool. Healy lady. One more question. That final race that you mentioned, the celestial ones, any advice on how to deal with them?
Well, I don't have that much experience with them. Like I said, they tend to be helpful tricksters. They mean well, but their pranks can easily go too far. I haven't had much personal experience. All I know is the lore that I've learned from books.
You seem to be knowledgeable. Could you maybe, indulge my questioning here? What does Ray resemble? And I kind of point to her.
The witch will make a religion check.
Get it, girl.
Get it, girl.
Nope, not
Get
that
it,
one.
girl.
That's-
Thought religion wasn't a check.
She shakes her head and she says, "A warrior, I would take it. Why? I mean, she's obviously strange looking, but most Outworlders are strange looking."
Roasted.
Unfortunately, she didn't come with us. She was tasked by something else to defend me, and while I've grown quite fond of her, and we are the bestest of friends, and she's joined my band and all these things, I was merely out of curiosity, hoping to acquire some knowledge on her. But alas, no
If
worries.
you believe she's not human, there are tests I can perform to determine exactly what she is.
Are they harmful?
She shakes her head. Well, if she is an undead or a demon, the test could be harmful, but I assume you'd want to know that in any case.
I look over at Ray and try to get her thoughts on if she even cares to know what she is. If she doesn't care to know what she is, and I don't care either.
Um,
I'm willing to accept her as she is.
Ray shrugs and says, well, I appreciate that, Rose. And I know you accept me for what I am, but I think it's still better to know, just so that we can tell other people.
I kind of almost like a bit of a weight has been taken off me, because considering that's what I wanted to do. I nod and go, yeah, very well. She accepts these tests.
Okay. The witch rushes forward, and she pulls out a number of things from her pack. A small bit of some sort of what appears to be a rotting plant that she waves in front of Ray's face. Ray is impassive, taking it in stride. She then instructs Ray to close her eyes, which Ray does. And the witch snaps her fingers in front of Ray's face, to which, again, there is no particular response. This goes on, sort of these strange little tests, for about a couple minutes. By the end of it, the witch finally leans back on her staff, kind of tired from all the movement and exertion. She nods her head as though confirming to herself. She says, well, it's either a celestial or a very, very impressive fae.
I don't really need an answer to this question personally, but as people from this world, do you consider that a good thing?
Celestials come in a number of different flavors. This appears to be obviously some sort of warrior celestial, and there are mixed responses to that. A violent good being is still a violent being. But generally, celestials are accepted in almost every land that I can think of.
Hmm.
In
Well,
any case,
very well. I thank you for clearing that up at least.
she waves and she says, best of luck. I apologize in advance. You're most likely going to die, but enjoy these days that you have.
Of course. You hear that, Ray? You're a really strong fae. You're a celestial.
Ray grins and nods, clearly relieved that she's not an undead or a demon. What would you guys like to do?
Find us some magical orbs.
Yeah.
So she told you that there are some orbs that are associated with the waterways that are in the outer circle. There's also another orb in the forest. Which one would you like to go for first?
Can
Forest.
we... I guess it doesn't matter, but I was going to look at the map to see what was like... I mean, I would try to do what's most efficient of, like, if the forest is closer, start kind of...
I mean, they're scattered. There's not really an efficient... They're both scattered around the outer circle.
I would prefer to do the water, as the forest is the more goblin inclined, and maybe take the goblins on another day.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fine. Yeah, and then if we
Track
do
me
the
up.
goblins, we can always come back and maybe the really nice old lady will heal us.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right. Who's leading? Well, whoever is leading the group to try to search the waterways can go ahead and make a Actually, it can be either a mana sense check or a survival check. And I'll say
Oh,
with
I'm-
advantage as your whole group is presumably helping you.
I'm
Not I,
proficient
said the
in
fly.
I was
neither
like,
of
I'm
those.
+3 on mana sense, so I guess am I leading us still?
You're still the leader, Chief.
Let's go.
Not even gonna check. I think mine's like not too far off.
Hey,
but-
look at that.
Hey,
Boing.
Tonos, you find it fairly quickly. I'll say you just follow the stream that passes by the hamlet, and it is
Just happened to be right there,
It
baby.
was under the bridge.
It was right there. With
You
a nat
follow-
20, we might have got it.
yeah. The gears are turning, and you see it spotting the in the pool. So this is a small, well, I don't know, decent size, probably like a couple or 2 or 3 feet in diameter. Orb. It is currently floating above the fairly calm water of this pool here.
We don't see anything unless
I
that's
can't see
intentional.
shit.
Oh my god, you guys are so needy.
You know what? Last
Goddamn
time we
right.
didn't tell you, you got mad at us for not telling you. All right, you got to pick a
I-
side.
I played a blind
Careful.
character. I'm just glad for
Careful.
whatever non-tremor sense I get.
It's the weighted dice are just getting more weighted.
It's narcissistic.
my
Oh, no.
It's a
Um,
narcissistic man.
Oh god.
What would
funny.
you guys like to do?
Yeah. Leading the gang up to here, I'm like, well, I mean, I'm gonna make the wild guess that that's what we're looking for.
I would like. Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, as you or wait, how close are you guys getting any closer?
I mean, I'm getting to
This
the
is
ledge.
where I'm
I'm not going
staying.
past the ledge.
Okay. Yeah, what would you guys like to do?
I would like to make a mana sense check.
Okay.
Ray, my sweet princess, make one.
Ray, do your job.
Mm, it's like it's some sort
Plus
of piano. It's a piano associated song, but you can't really tell like the motion, the tone or the structure of it very well. It's a softer, more subtle thing, but that's about all you can get.
Okay, and then can I make and if with the 11, perfectly fine as well. Can I make one to see if there's other things besides just this orb?
I'll say we'll keep the 11, and no, you don't sense anything else in the area.
Valid.
Yeah, I kind of go, all right, are we just hopping down? And I look down. How far is our a drop here?
It's about 15 feet or so, I'll say.
Okay.
The orb just floating there.
It's floating about 2 feet above the surface of the pool.
Yeah. I will.
Narcissistically.
Very narcissistically.
I will use my. I will get my grappling hook out and get ready to go down slowly if no one is stopping me. Just
Nope.
going to. Okay. I plant my grapple hook at the top and try to, slowly glide, or not glide, but guide my way down.
Okay. As I believe you've gotten within range here, you do hear a voice emanating from the orb. It says, "You who seek these long-lost keys attest to wardens appease. As eagles fly and swim well dry, so the rich dearest love spy. As witches' walls are painted black, so foolish beasts themselves attack." And I will post it in the chat.
And giant beasts.
So do only I hear this right now?
Only you hear it at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I step down and I start hearing this. Is this just like constantly repeating, or is it like every now and then?
There's a pause for about 30 seconds, and then it does repeat.
Okay. As I get down in here at the first time, I'm like, oh well, that's what are y'all thinking?
Thinking about what?
Well,
God, I'm
the
good at
riddle.
riddles.
All right. I obviously take this as a note and would like to make my way down as carefully as possible.
I look at you very weirdly, like the riddle. What?
The hell are you
Hold
talking
on,
about, kid?
team
What
leader.
riddle?
You and Ray managed to get down without much issue.
All right.
Do you not hear the riddle?
We hear it now, Riley.
Yeah, now that you've gotten to the bottom, you are able.
Oh, cool. Oh, Eris, you gotta get down here. Then you can hear it.
All right, fine.
Okay, let me read through this. Let's see. He's a test as eagles fly
God.
and
I'll go to the bathroom while
swim
you
well
guys talk.
dry. So the rich dearest love spy. That line is complete. We're gonna X-nay that one from the brain.
So the richest, dearest love.
Yeah, we're just gonna knock that one out. Just pretend that one doesn't exist. As witches Walter Pamela.
I'm assuming we should not attack.
Not attack. Yeah,
Men in
that was
Black.
that was my brainwave was we don't attack. As eagles fly and swim well dry.
We have to get it without getting wet.
Yeah, I was thinking something along those lines. My grappling hook does go 20 feet, and I can pull objects with it. It is a thing it can do.
Right.
So that only gets me, if we can somehow get to there. I don't know what y'all have. Oh, I do have my fall spell, actually, funnily enough, which I forget how far it says I can fall. I think I can go like 300 feet in a turn or something like that. But, you know, it is also falling, so I would probably want someone to catch me, and I could use my grappling hook to slow myself down as well.
I got my vine whip, but how depends on how far you need me to go to catch you.
Yeah, let me see. So what's like the shortest distance? If I go here to here, it's 160. If I go here to here, it's 180. What's our like shortest distance I can? It's got to be like this. I'd imagine this is like it. 160 to hit the edge.
I'm getting a lot
Yeah.
of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so here's my
Yeah.
theory.
I was just gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Damage
Oh,
roll on
that's a lot. I mean, even if we like try to stop you, we're taking half. And
No, I know,
160 is a
I know.
lot.
I'm trying to like process in my head what like the best way to slow down is. I believe it maxes out at 10d6. Is this true? What's our what? How does falling damage work meta wise? What's the
max is 20d6.
20d6?
Yeah.
I survived
So
that.
that's equal to
16.
20.
I'm taking 16d6, right?
16d6. I could possibly use my grappling hook on the rock here to slow myself down as I'm going. Maybe I could make maybe I could make a shorter fall but grab it. So if I go like 110 because I need to be within 20. So this square can we like draw? Is there a drawing thing? Yeah, there's a drawing tool.
Yeah, there's drawing tools.
All right, can you draw a thing like? Can someone draw a thing like right here?
What do you want me to draw?
That's
Just a little mark, just so I know the space. Yeah, that's good enough. So now we could shorten it. I don't think by very much. I mean, not by a lot. By 30.
not keen on that.
Yeah, I'm still looking at like 13d6. Or whatever the numbers were, if it was like 132.
I would like to get closer to.
Okay.
Right, you want to die with that.
Wait, if I want to, can I take that? Is that my...
I mean, so as long as it doesn't double your max HP, you don't instantly die.
Right, so can I take that number?
Oh, no, that was a practice roll.
Oh, whack shit. Whack.
Warming up.
That was, by the way, that was
Shit.
a great practice.
Okay.
That was a bunch of ones and
1,
twos.
1, 2, that was. Ugh.
Yeah,
What
that
if-
is
when
definitely
Riley-
not at all the average.
When Riley gets to the end of his flight, I use Thorn Whip to try and slow him
I was gonna
down.
say, do we have anything to slow down to make this a possibility, or no? Do we need to get off this train of thought?
I mean, I got
how-
Thorn Whip. That's what I got off
How
for you.
deep is the water?
Let me read fall.
You can make a perception check from the ledge there.
Ray, how deep is the water? Ooh, Ray. Thank you.
Super.
Does-
Serves
got
you right,
no
trying to
depth
use her as a
perception.
perception bot.
I spent evolutions to make her stronger and things that I'm weak at. All right, leave me alone.
Oh, I can fall up to 500 feet before the spell ends. Fun fact.
Yeah, I think at a certain point you reach Mach speed and burn out. So, you know.
To objects.
Look,
I
Wait,
will
do
feel
we?
very justified if you just kill yourself. That is, I'm
Okay.
not stopping that.
Can we? Do we have any in this like normal survivor gear that we got? Do we have any rope?
We have 50
Yeah.
feet of rope.
Do we actually like together, or is it like 50 feet
I
each?
have 50 feet of rope.
Imagine looking at your inventory.
Oh, Lamau. Okay. Okay, we can do this because I am allowed when I do the fall spell. I'm allowed to like hold on to objects like normally, so I could like climb down the rope. Or I guess at this point we could just also tie the rope and we don't have to use a fall spell. Actually, now that we're here, we could just tie 150 feet of rope and go like here, and I could get to the middle and grappling hook grab it, or at least try. It's an option. I'm not saying that's like the.
I love the fall spell. I think it's so funny.
Dude. I read it and I was like, I have to take this spell. This spell's hilarious. It's literally gravity, but only for you, so it has so many like funny uses.
The problem is having tension on the rope and tying it to the rock is the best way, and there's not a rock on the sides where it is 150.
If we went the logic of using the fall spell, we would only need to have like you two could hold it and literally just hold me. I'd imagine the three of you could hold the weight of Riley, to just go out to this point. Actually, at that point, we could literally do one single rope. We don't have to like tie multiple ropes together.
Yeah, but then how
There
do
you go.
we... I think we actually still do, unless there's not a 51.
There's a 50, right? Or is that? Oh, that's 60.
60.
Let me zoom in.
I think it's really 55.
Oh, this is a fucking joke, Hudson. You're gonna do us like this? You're gonna do us dirty?
55.
It's all planned.
Oh wait, there's gotta be a like I bet from here it's 20 feet to the orb. Yeah, I can go here. 20 feet to the orb.
So how do you get, like, how are we doing this?
What do you mean?
Because you got to stay dry. How the
Right,
fuck
so
do we
my-
get you-
You pull me back, cause so for me, I am just having my gravity affected, like pulling me to the right. If we were to do it here, so you three collectively would have to be able to just pull Riley back to you.
How long does the spell last?
I could cast it 3 times, so we could have 18 seconds total.
Okay.
Actually, I guess technically 2 if we're getting really meta about it, because I would have to use an action in order to use my grappling hook. So 12 seconds. The fall, I'd imagine, would be fast. It's just a matter of y'all pulling Riley back in 12 seconds.
Okay. That's our best option.
If the grappling hook is an action, you would. Okay. No,
Well,
I guess
I
you could
could-
prepare. You could prepare an action to do the fall spell. Yeah, so yeah, you could do it just barely. So you would prepare an action to do the fall spell, use your reaction on someone else's turn to do it, and then on your turn. Actually, no, because whenever you use the grappling hook, you wouldn't be able to use the fall spell.
Would I... Right, if I had it prepared, could I not like use them near simultaneously, or is that cheesing it too much?
I don't think you can by the rules because you have to. Whatever you prepare, it has to be a reaction. And you can't do another action. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. I don't think, because it's an action to do the prepare to prepare the action.
In that case, we can go to 18 seconds and tie 2 ropes together, which does add the risk of 2 ropes together, but we would have 18 seconds, so we could go. Excuse me, a little slower. I was like, if we have other ideas, I'm all for it. I'm just trying to come up with like the fall spell is the main way I see us accomplishing this one. If we also don't even know if this is the case. We're assuming this is, but
How far does your mage hand go?
me, I don't have a mage hand. It's like a person. It's like a mage hand, except it's limited. Like it's a whole human being, so it doesn't work like mage hand. It can be a little more useful than mage hand, but then in instances like this, that's what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, hey, so they mathed it out. Average is 45.5 for 13d6. So I survive it on average. Exactly.
50-50 chance. There's no way I'd roll
It's a
higher
coin
than
flip.
the
I
average.
There's no way he's rolling high, right?
He has never rolled high on us ever in our lives.
Another practice roll.
Jesus fuck, you're dead.
No, this is fine. I die on that one, so now we're back to even. This is good. This is good.
Oh God.
I also think if one of you braces me, then I'm fine almost every time. We just take some damage
Yeah.
in the process.
I don't
Like,
like
and I
that
break-
idea.
I think it's really cool and fun.
I really don't like that idea.
I actually love that idea.
Because we're not even sure if there's no goblins.
Yeah, I'm thinking the 16-second to rope thing is our best bet at the moment.
Yeah. Could we just... No, they won't like that. I was gonna say we just cut trees down.
Do we have the capability to cut a whole tree down right now?
Bro, Ray has a fucking celestial katana.
That's
I
no,
think
no.
he'll
You
be
bring up
alright.
you bring up a good point. Yeah, I mean, all I have to offer is the fall spell. I don't think and
Yeah.
grappling hook. I mean, that's what I got.
I don't really have anything, so I think that's our best bet.
Okay. Do we want to go with the 2 ropes, and then have 16 seconds to let me go out and then pull me back in?
Yeah, we need to do the safest one.
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose this will be our team plan then, Senior God.
Okay, so you guys are tying 2 ropes together, tying one end around Riley, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the other 3 are holding the other end in both hands, I assume, and like getting ready to pull them.
I hope so.
Yeah, we're in a. I guess we'd be in a line. If we were doing
Okay.
it right.
Okay, so where, how much like length are you giving? Like, where are you trying to end up?
To the orb.
So like directly on it, or a space next to it, or what?
I mean, I suppose that wherever I need to be close enough to reach out and grab it.
Okay, you would only have to be in a space next to it to reach out and grab it if that's what you're trying to do.
Okay, so yeah, wherever we can find the closest point, which it's looking like 65, I think is what Kevin just found. Oh, there's a 60
no,
right here.
60. No, 55 is technically the closest, and it's this. Nope, it's one of these.
Does this one count? This is. I don't know if we're allowed to stand on the square that I have that pointing to, but.
I think Kevin has the best spot, although that is kind of like the person who's on that ledge will be a little sketch, but it is technically possible.
Okay, so yeah, so I mean, we while we are tying 2 ropes together, I'd imagine we put a pretty hefty amount of it together where it's not like end to end, like on one little knot.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll say you firmly secure the ropes to each other. That's fine.
All right.
Before you guys do this, you can make an intelligence check, Riley.
Love that. Check intelligence. How about them apples?
Okay. One thing you might want to be careful of is if you tie the rope, unless you tie it and like make a sort of a harness for yourself, taking all of that force at the very end of the rope as you fall will be very, very uncomfortable.
Oh, you're saying like if they just let me free fall? I assumed they would kind of like belay me down. Was the, or at least in my head, that was the.
Okay, that was that. I did not hear anything about belaying. So
Gotcha.
yes, if that might be a good idea to do that.
Yeah, so team, please belay me down and don't just let me full send to the orb. Thank you, everybody.
I was just gonna let you full send it, to be honest with you, but I guess I'll allow it.
Okay. Riley, we'll put on the appropriate music.
It's sadness and sorrow from Naruto.
You go ahead and
Cast my first spell.
yes, you cast the fall spell.
Boop.
I guess just to be a little better, Ray's gonna be in front since she's a bit lighter if anything happens at the ledge.
Okay. Sure. Riley, you fall down towards the orb,
Okay.
being belayed by your teammates, letting the rope go pot at the end. What exactly are you doing? Describe it in detail, please.
Okay. I mean, I am reaching out and grabbing the ball, specifically trying to be as gentle as possible. Seeing as it talked about foolish beasts attacking, that's kind of where his head's at. Is he is trying to, as nicely and neatly as possible, maybe cradle the ball might be a better word. Trying to protect it, almost in a sense. I guess would be how I'm gonna word this.
Okay. You reach out, and your hands go through the orb.
Well, shit. Okay.
I'll say your fall is about to end as you do this.
Okay. As I fail the initial grab, I go ahead and cast another fall. Oh shit. Okay. I do yell back. I can't grab it, y'all. My hands are going through it. As I put another fall on myself.
Okay. What would you? Yeah. Would anyone like to yell something to him, or what is Riley doing this turn?
I don't got much. I'll be honest with you, Chief.
Deer spy. Just painted black, so foolish beasts themselves attack. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else of an idea, to be honest. If that didn't work, I would. No, that's dangerous.
The test of warden appease as evil swines when more dries, so the rich dearest love spy. Dude, that one line fucks me up.
What, the deer's
So
love spy?
No, so the rich dear, yeah, the rich
Yeah.
dearest love
Love
spy.
spy.
Do we have to sneak up on it?
I guess. Yeah, I mean,
Surprise,
Riley
Lord.
would just shout.
6 seconds. Yeah. The Riley. I assume you. What would you like to do?
Oh, I was gonna shout to pull me back so that we have one more fall spell left. If
Yeah.
need be. Not trying anything else with the orb, just and maybe me even also pulling up on the rope to kind of double the speed to get back.
Group athletics check.
Okay. No advantage or anything because I'm pretty light, huh?
That's what I know about it.
The DC will be take that into consideration. Yeah, Riley.
This is
You don't
canonical.
really contribute much, but with Rose going ham, you do manage to pull all the way back before the fall spell ends.
I plop on the ground and look up. Yeah, I reached. Did I feel anything at all, or it was just like air?
You did not appear to be able to interact with it the way that you were doing it, at least.
Okay. Yeah, I reached out to grab it, and I tried to grab it really calmly, not wanting to attack it in any way, but my hands just went through it. I don't know.
All right. I think. All right. One round of intelligence checks before we end the session for tonight.
All right.
When this happens, do I have to choose between Rose and Ray?
Get fucked,
I'm
nerds.
I'm okay with you doing both.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, Riley got a nat 20.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
I'll get my bad rolls out of the way. But yeah, go on.
Good call.
Sure.
Big brain.
Okay. I'll tell you what. For the nat 20, I can give you a hint, or you can ask some questions about. I'll let you ask up to 3 questions about the riddle.
Fuck. Do only I get to ask these questions, or do I get some team effort here?
You can have the team can help you with the questions if that's the right way to
Thank
take it.
God.
Well, what the fuck
we
does
can.
that one line mean?
Okay. I was like, we gotta ask about the spy line, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, is the hint that bad?
well, so we either get 3 questions or like one,
Or one hint
solid
from God.
I feel
I
like
don't
God
want
hint might be the
hints.
way to go.
I don't want the hint.
Yeah, but like questions,
think
we
God
could
hint's the
totally
way
we could
to go.
totally go the wrong way with this
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
ask 3
hint.
questions that get us nowhere.
My vote is on God hint.
Hint.
Okay, we'll God hint it.
Okay. Riley, you can have kind of a brain blast as you consider the failure that just occurred and what might have gone wrong.
I've never seen Jim Neutron.
You get the sense that the riddle, it appears to be hints about potentially mirrors.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh my god, bro. I think the orb is in the water.
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Yeah, because like maybe when you swim, you don't actually get wet is the idea here, because you're not... It's not like water.
Well, in any case, you guys will have an opportunity to figure it out next time.
Dude, the fall thing was so hype if it was not get wet. Oh, that was such a cool solution.